Blake any better?
Yeah, I mean, I'm good. I sound
still
bad.
static?
Myself
Is your headphones still static?
yeah.
Are they worse or better?
They're about the same. But, I mean, I can tell, but I still sound staticky too. But that could just be like just my headphones.
Yeah, maybe.
Okay.
Okay,
That's
so
fine.
if you want to, you can replace the battery. I didn't replace any batteries. So if you want to replace the batteries in that pack, that might do it. Did you get up? You're up. Okay. Jason, you need water?
Can you hear me?
Yes. Yep, 5 minutes.
Okay.
Check 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Testing 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So I'm gonna say, we're gonna take a break. And then that's when we'll do our starters, the graphics. They should be. They haven't changed. Yeah, same as last week.
Mustang family, I'm here with a couple of Mustang football players,
Jackson Birchie. Ashton Wright.
and we're gonna play.
Underrated.
Underrated?
Yeah, I love tacos.
Have you ever eaten Taco Bell and been happy afterwards?
I mean, it's good, but I don't eat it enough.
Okay. Maybe when I was a kid, I liked it too. I like this one. Zoos.
Zoos?
Yeah. You ever been to the zoo? Animals?
Oh, I think probably underrated.
Underrated.
Yeah, zoos are awesome.
Yeah.
Right? You ever been like St. Louis Zoo or one of those big
Yeah.
ones?
No, I just went to
Omaha.
Tulsa once.
Omaha Zoo's great.
Yeah.
They have like real live gorillas and stuff.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool. Super cool. LeBron James.
Ooh, I'm gonna have to go rated. I mean, he's the GOAT.
He's the GOAT?
He's the GOAT.
You might need to explain what GOAT is to some of our...
Greatest of all time. Yeah.
Overrated.
Overrated. He's no MJ.
Nah,
He's
better.
no MJ.
Jordan.
All right, Sour Patch Kids.
Properly rated.
I would say rated. Yeah.
Yeah, I like them very much. The new ones, like the grape and the watermelon, they're where it's at.
Yeah.
The lemonade ones that have like 4 different kinds,
I agree.
blow your mind. TikTok.
Ooh, overrated.
I would say probably overrated.
I'm gonna say overrated too because I don't have it.
It's been way too much time.
Yeah, I think people that have it spend way too much time, and
Yeah.
supposedly like the Chinese are tracking us or whatever.
It is.
Yeah.
It's weird.
It is weird. It is weird. All right, here's a good one. Like, you guys like music?
Yeah.
Okay. Jay-Z.
I'm gonna say underrated.
Underrated.
Overrated. You guys are too young. He's no Tupac. He's no Biggie.
He's still good though.
He says things like H to the Izzo. Like, what is... He's making stuff up. All right, along those lines, rhymes. How about haikus?
Haikus?
You know what a haiku is?
I don't think so. No.
It's a... Do you know what a haiku is?
Yeah.
You don't know
She
what-
just explained it to me.
It's 5-7-5, so it's like a poem.
Mhm.
5 syllables, 7 syllables, 5 syllables.
Oh.
5-7-5.
Well, I'm
Apparently, you're gonna say overrated.
I'm
You don't
gonna
know what
go
they are.
overrated. I don't even
Say
know what it
overrated.
is.
I love a good haiku. All right, 2 more. All right, ice cream.
I would say underrated. I mean,
It's properly rated. Ice cream's awesome.
Ice cream is awesome. You ever eaten ice cream and been upset? No.
no, I don't know how everybody else feels about it, so that's why I said underrated. I mean,
I like it all.
Yeah.
I like soft serve. I like bronze. I like. All right, last one. Some good old quiet time.
Is that considered
Hmm.
happy?
Could be.
No, I would say underrated. I love my quiet
Underrated.
time. Yeah.
Definitely need like 5-10 minutes in the morning to like gather your thoughts, just
Yeah.
yourself.
Yep.
Nobody yapping at you.
It's pretty nice.
Yeah. All right. Well, thanks for playing underrated, overrated. We got a big game tonight. What are we thinking?
You know?
Hey, we got a good game plan.
Yeah.
We gotta stay within ourselves, do what we do, let him carry the ball.
Yes, sir.
All right, and hopefully limit some turnovers.
Yep.
Come out with a victory, right?
Yes, sir.
All right. Well, good luck tonight.
All right. Go Stanks.
Thank you, guys.
And it's our first road game of the season. And it's a close one, not in terms of score, but in terms of miles. Like we're not very far at all from the edge of Oologah School District. Mustangs have made the 15-mile road trip tonight to Lantau Field here to take on their 5A opponent in the Claremore Zebras. Mustangs come into tonight's rivalry at 1-1 and winning in a convincing fashion week 1 against Fort Gibson. Last week, Mustangs could not get out of their own way. They lost a game. Honestly, the game was better than what the final score indicated. Tonight is the final game of what we call non-district, or the pre-district portion of our schedule. So if you're going to figure some stuff out before you get to the games that really matter, tonight's your night, and we have got a lot of stuff to talk about. Hello, everybody. I'm Brent Kellogg, joined tonight by high school principal Kevin Hogue. Blake Salt is on the sideline, and the rest of the Mustang Network crew. Kevin, I go back to this field the last time we were here 2 years ago, and if I'm being honest with you, it's one of the best high school football games I remember and I'd seen in a long, long time.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. It didn't start out like that, obviously. We got kind of way behind, ended up scoring, recovering an onside kick, and then just the way it is with momentum, we came all the way back. I think Griswold to Streeter accounted for 3 touchdowns and something like 221 yards. AJ ended up being the Tulsa World Player of the Week, and we came all the way back for a big-time victory over here just across the railroad tracks. And we're looking to do the same tonight, really set us up. There's a big difference in your mindset when you're 2-1 versus 1-2, even though it is a non-district game, and in the reality, it doesn't matter. It matters.
We talked a lot about this over the last couple of weeks with playing Collinsville, and they're a bigger school than us. Tonight, Claremore, a bigger school than us. Last year was a close game on our home field. Claremore came, they won, very close score. Now, this game doesn't have any implications in terms of playoffs, district standings, but Blake, tonight just kind of feels like an important ball game.
It really does, and this kind of ball game goes back to a long time. I can remember as a little kid coming over to Claremore and it being a huge rivalry game, so it's pretty cool that we've started this rivalry back up with them and get to play them every year. And it's kind of a big deal. It's always cool to, knock off a school that's in the next class above you.
I think it'd be really cool to come out of your non-district games 2-1.
Absolutely. 2-1 would be a big boost. You get a week to kind of collect your thoughts, collect your bodies, rest your bodies, and then you're right into district play at Cleveland. But it's going to be a big challenge. Claremore last week defeated 6A Bartlesville. It was a close game. There were some injuries on the Bartlesville, but anytime you beat a 6A school, we're kind of a small 4A school, it's going to be a big test, guys.
Claremore is a 5A classification, much bigger in size in terms of their daily attendance. You will see that on the sidelines. You'll see that in their roster. It's a little bit more robust. They're going to use that, try to leverage that to their advantage in terms of throwing a lot of legs at us, a lot of bodies at us. So might have the advantage in terms of that, but our coaches and our players, they really like their chances. I don't think they're as athletic as what we faced last week with Collinsville, but they're going to have some size and depth. And don't get me wrong, they do have skill players that we'll have to keep our eye on tonight.
Absolutely, and the heat's still a factor. It's not as hot as it has been, but it's still very warm down on the field. There is a nice breeze. That's going to help us. As you said, we're not as deep as them, and we got kids going both ways. It should be a fun test tonight.
When we come back, we're going to visit with head coach Darren Wagner. We're going to go through our starting lineup, talk about our keys to the game, and a whole lot more to do. You are watching the Mustang Tailgate Show. We'll be back with more right after this.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments. Start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Mustang family, here with Coach Wagner. It's week 3. Coach, we dropped a game last week to Collinsville. I feel like it was closer than the score. I mean, we were a play away from maybe being 14-10 and a half. Just kind of momentum got away from us. Talk to us a little bit about. They're a good team, obviously.
Yeah, they're really good. They got good pieces. Number 4 is a field stretcher, so you can't just load the box all night. You got to try and defend it vertically down the field. He got loose on us on jet sweep too. It really, we ran the ball really well. We did some good things. We stubbed our toe in the red zone, which really hurt. Yeah. Had some mistakes on special teams that basically turned into 14 points the other way. One of them, you could argue, was almost a 14-point play by itself. So I think they're all things that are correctable. We see a lot of good things on film, but when you play a team that good, those are mistakes you just can't give that stuff to Collinsville. And our kids played hard. There's a lot of good things, but there's also a lot of stuff to correct, and that's what we've done all week.
Sure, we may have mentioned that in the broadcast. We felt like that there obviously were some mistakes that made that point differential bigger, but we played hard, and we thought it was correctable, exactly as you said. Now, hopefully we get them corrected for tonight's game. We got we're at Claremore. They beat 6A Bartlesville, so obviously they're no slouch this year. So what kind of challenges do they present?
Well, it's a little bit like last week in the Collinsville game. 88 is a big back. He's 6'2", 225. They're going to pound the rock with him, and they're going to take shots to number 9 down the field, and they're going to screen the ball to number 1 and number 9. And so you got to defend them on the perimeter. You got to try to keep 88 from getting loose. It's kind of one of those things. Our kids are going to have to make plays. You can't just load the box or play coverage all night. Obviously, if we win on first down, it gets a little bit easier. Offensively, just need to continue doing what we've been doing. We've been a good offense. We just need to make sure we finish. Even back to the Fort Gibson game, we had a drive where we ended it with a fumble. We ended one with a hold in the red zone and some things like that. So just cleaning it up, finishing things up. But we got a good football team. Our kids are prepared. They'll be ready to go.
Lastly, for tonight, to come out on top, what are some things you've mentioned cleaning some things up a few times? What did you work on this past week to clean up exactly so that we can come out on top tonight?
Well, without getting too wordy, it's basically stopping the power play,
Okay.
which is down block and kick out. And we have to spill that or make it bounce so that you don't get creased inside. And that was a play. That's Collinsville's favorite play. It's Claremore's favorite play. Now, obviously, those things get magnified when they're handed to somebody that's pretty good and they're big up front and things like that. And so I think a lot of that was not effort; it was technique. And the explosive shots down the field, specifically post routes, we worked hard on trying to match those things. You're going to give something up. If they throw it in front, you got to rally and come make a tackle. Those kids are probably good enough that you just don't press and play press coverage all night. So I would say that's the big thing for sure.
All right. Mustang family will be right back with more after this.
Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
Line, and honestly, Kevin, there's a couple of names I'm going to read on here. I'm glad they're there because we lost them, which honestly could have been kind of a determining factor how last Friday night went. But number 55, senior Jackson Gill, the right tackle, right guard. Number 71, Wrangler Dix at the center. Number 54, senior Tyler Stovall, and Cooper Robinson plays left guard. And then Bryce Byers at left tackle. Gill and Stovall last week went out kind of with banged up ankles. Didn't really practice a lot until the kind of this later part of the week.
Yeah, they were smart with those guys and kind of, strung them out, if you will. Didn't overload them early in the week. Tested everything out yesterday at practice, and all signs were a go for those guys. Looking forward to it. You're going to see Gill with the red face mask. He played really well. He's someone that Coach Wagner brought up on both sides of the ball, played really well at defensive tackle. So excited both those guys get to play tonight.
At tight end, number 27, junior Gavin Salt. Some of the other receivers you'll see in action. Number 4, junior Braxton Davis has 2 catches on the season. But here's the deal. They've been big. He's averaging 30 yards a catch. He's got 2 catches for 60 yards. Jackson Burchett, 2 catches for 48 yards. And in the slot, you'll see Davin Shondell. In the backfield, the guy that we love to talk about, and he loves to run the ball, number 21, senior Ashton Wright. Just a veteran. You can count on him. Keeps us cool. 40 carries, catch this, 344 total yards. He's averaging 8.6 yards with 4 touchdowns. Blake, we were talking on the way over here of he could really have a spectacular season.
Yeah, he could, and I think it's really important to try and get those guys the football and get them to them early to kind of get them in a groove, and I think that will help set the tone for the game.
Number 28, senior Braden Stovall. We'll see some carries as well. He's got 19 carries on the season with 89 yards and a touchdown. Number 11, junior Brad Hoisington. He's our quarterback. 211 yards rushing, averages 7.3 every time he tucks it and runs, which makes him just kind of a dual threat. Passing, 174 yards passing, 3 touchdowns, 2 interceptions. One of the interceptions, he would say, yeah, that one's on me. One of them just had a guy in his face. Ball popped up, kind of an unfortunate ordeal. And then the other part is just the receivers kind of not getting in the right groove early enough. We've had some big drops, specifically last week, that really could have kind of changed the tone of the game. You can look out on the field. They are bringing starter on the line at nose, number 50, Warren Pierce. Man, he's just a big deal. When I talked to Coach today, he's talked about how important it is to have Warren there on that line, kind of anchoring the D-line. At the ends, you'll see Bryce Byers, Tyler Stovall. By the way, Byers and Stovall, I called their name too on the offensive line. That's a big deal for our guys. Just making sure that they're somewhat staying fresh and have the legs, because it's going to be warm.
Absolutely. It is warm on the field still. And those guys get a lot of snaps, and we need them. And we talked about some guys rotating in. You talked about Warren Pierce. He's definitely has a high motor and does a great job there on that defensive line.
Outside linebacker number 27, Gavin Salt, had a great game last week. 8 tackles, has 13 tackles total on the season. Also, you'll see kind of as a hybrid linebacker, and that's senior Ty Cherry. He's stable, consistent, and you can count on him for basically 6 to 7 to 8 tackles a game, 13 total on the season. At inside linebacker, Jaden Tanner, 7 solo tackles, 12 total. And then the team leader on defense is Max Becker, an impressive in 2 games, 23 tackles. Part of that came week 1 against Fort Gibson. He just went off.
Yeah, he had 13 tackles. It's kind of all over the field. He was kind of hitting anything that moves, like a heat-seeking missile, and we're going to need that from him tonight. He's going to have to be a big factor in the game.
I think the big thing for the Mustangs tonight is how will our secondary on defense handle the pressure of what we've got. At the corners, number 21, senior Ashton Wright. You'll see Garrett Salt back there as well. But Coach said, when I talked to him, he said, we're going to have to play Brad more than what we want to. They want to protect him. He said you'll see him in a couple of snaps. You'll see him in a couple of downs. You might even see him in a couple of defensive kind of series, if you will. But they would like to not have to do that. But push comes to shove, they know Brad really is talented. He's got a lot of experience in that position. Good news, Maddox DeVillibus is back on the lineup tonight, and that was kind of a good get to have him back.
Yeah, he's going to definitely add some depth to that defensive backfield, hopefully. Unfortunately, we had some weather. They were looking to get him some snaps on Tuesday. We had some weather move in before the JV game, but he should be fresh and ready to go.
They were actually going to put him in JV just to get the feel and the pace of it.
Yeah, get some rust off.
You'll see Sam Hogue and Jackson Lustig as well in the secondary. We're averaging other teams to score 34 points. Again, it's a small sample size, not necessarily a really important statistic at this point. Zebras have a big running back. He's 6'2".
Today, go to doihaveprediabetes.org.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too...
Is the Claremore Zebra Band and the presentation, or whatever I said, of the colors. Hello, everybody. Brent Kellogg along with Kevin.
With the screen game, they're going to have to pay attention on the back end and make sure number 1 and number 9 don't run by us and catch us taking pictures.
Yeah. I worded it weird, no offense intended, but point the gun in a different direction. Over the last couple of games, we just keep shooting ourselves in the foot. I mean, last week, right going into halftime, we had literally a 14-point swing. The Mustangs, 2nd down and goal from the 5, got a penalty, backed us up to, 3rd and goal from the 10, weren't able to get it in. So I love the call on the fake field goal. I love that. You expect really to be the MVP with who you got?
I think that you're going to see a guy who turns into a workhorse. Is Brad. Just talked about, I think we're really going to need him a lot on defense, and I think we're really going to need him a lot on offense. We're going to need him to step up in a big way and really start to get our passing game going and get a good rhythm, and I think we're going to need him on some crucial 3rd downs to protect the long ball.
All right, Kevin, who you got?
This is going to seem cliche. I'm going to go number 21, Ashton Wright. He has, just a handful of yards shy of 400 on the season. And just with the way our passing game hasn't really got traction, I think he's going to have to carry a big load until that game or day happens. Looks like Claremore won the toss and is elected to defer. Yep.
They must have an honorary official on the field tonight. So the Mustangs will get the ball and start the game. You know what, guys? For me, I'm going to go Braxton Davis. He's only had 2 catches, but they're big catches for 60 yards. We are going to have to at some point, and Blake, I think this goes parallel with what you were saying, we're going to have to figure that run game out. We're going to figure that passing game out.
we were able to just, pound the rock, so to speak. We were able to do that against Fort Gibson, had a lot of success. But I think tonight, even going on into, Wagner's coming up in 3 weeks, I think the Mustangs, their offense is going to have to be a little bit more balanced.
Much right now straight out of the east, so we're going to be starting going into the win. It wouldn't be a shocker as we run out on the field to see them kick it in the end zone and make us go the length of the field.
Here come the Mustangs. I don't even know. That might not be a good omen when your own paper trips you up. You know what I'm saying? So, Blake, maybe you saw the play-by-play on that. I'm going to tell you, the Mustangs have traveled well tonight. I would say there's as many Oologah fans in our stands as there are Claremore Zebra fans in their stands. Again, it's probably one of Collinsville, maybe a mile or two closer, but it's 15 miles from stadium to stadium. But our school district literally is only about 5 miles over there. If you can throw a rock really hard, you might get close to it. So the Claremore Zebras are getting ready to come out, coming up at halftime. Got some fun conversations. We're going to air the Stallion Battalion Marching Band as they are working and getting ready for their performances that are coming up. Literally, they start September 30th, and it's just go time for them for the next few weeks. Want to say thanks to some of our great sponsors like American Bus, providing transportation needs from 9 to 90. Also, Advanced Orthopedics of Oklahoma. Man, appreciate all they do for Mustang Athletics and what they help do for us. They're trusted for their experience, chosen for their care. Raising Cane's, popular chicken finger brand with a focus on community involvement. And Texoma Tractor, huge sponsor of Mustang Athletics. Before we get to kickoff, we're going to take one more quick timeout. And when we come back, we're going to get this ball game started. This is the Mustang Tailgate Show.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Landau Field in Claremore, Oklahoma. Tell you what, it must have been some long pregame speech because the Zebras are just now coming out of the locker room and, it's go time.
Absolutely. They're almost going to delay a game penalty. But here they come, and we appreciate everyone sticking with us. We're buffering a little bit.
Yeah, so when we travel, we don't have access to our internet and so on and so forth, so we have to use kind of a mobile hotspot. So glad to do that, man. I remember the first year we were doing this, it was like, Kevin, you got any data left on your phone, you know?
Yeah, I was telling someone that this week. We would lay our phones out, and Rick would do a speed test, and whoever had the fastest phone that week got to do the
one night we literally went through 4 different devices from my phone, iPad, so on and so forth.
So anyway, I appreciate everyone that texted us because it actually helps us out, and we just kind of lowered the quality of the stream a little bit, down from 4K down, and it seems to be doing well now.
I was just saying a moment ago we were working on that. Mustangs have traveled well tonight. There's as many Mustangs as there are Zebras, if not more, on the blue side.
Absolutely. Historically, the Mustang family has traveled really well, and it's good to see. I know the boys appreciate it. I always tell my teachers, they know. The kids will look up and see them. That was always impactful to me when a kid would come up and say, hey, Mr. Hoke, thanks for coming to the game. I saw you. Yeah. And it's just cool that we travel and support our kids.
Been a busy day for Mustangs because you actually got a softball game started at 3 o'clock. They'll play again tomorrow, so it is go time in the hallways of Oologah High School.
Yeah, we got everything going. Ag is going. You mentioned softball. They beat Claremore Sequoia today 5-1. Volleyball 1-3. If you remember, that's the 10-second after the play flag in the corner of the end zone after we were already celebrating.
I was getting ready to go into that, which that's a very controversial.
Yes, and I'm not a Miami fan. That was robbery though.
But he was part of the Oklahoma State coaching staff, part of the University of Oklahoma coaching staff.
He's a member of the NSU Hall of Fame.
He is. He played his football over at NSU, and he coached for 5 years at Fairfax. Claremore hired him. Then he went to Tulsa for a couple of years. And then Oklahoma State picked him up in 1983 and kind of the rest of his trajectory. So here we go, ladies and gentlemen. Mustang football is on the air. You've been listening to the Mustang Tailgate Show as the Zebras are set to kick it away.
Kicked it pretty deep, but not in the end zone. We're going to get a return on this.
Sam Hogue on the return.
Oh, I like
left
this.
Side.
Nice.
Gonna be knocked down at the 43, and that was the last guy. I mean, Sam would have put 6 on the board.
And I don't, with the wind, you would think we'd be trying to kick that in the end zone. That's what we try to do, and it's a luxury to have that. And that's a big-time return there by Sam. And great blocking up the left side. They tried to kick it at an angle to not give you the full field, and he was one guy away from breaking the whole thing.
Here comes that Mustang offense. I think it's really important for them to establish just success. We talked about it in the pregame show. The receivers need some confidence. Brad needs some confidence. Your line needs to open some gaps. So Ashton Wright in the backfield. 4 receivers. They're going to hand off up the left side. Not a lot there, but he'll cut it back up the middle around the right side.
And that was all Ashton. They had that 8 up on the left side of the line, and he put his left foot in the ground and melted down one of those defenders and cut it upfield for a gain
of 7, yeah.
Big gain.
That's what you want. 2nd down and short. It's what Blake calls staying on schedule. So now your options are wide open. You can pass, you can run the ball. 3 receivers in the set for the Mustangs. Hand off again. Going to cut it to the left.
Going to be stopped a yard short. But we'll take it. 3rd and 1.
You got to feel like you like your chances here to keep this drive alive. Your offensive line's done just enough to kind of create some space for him.
Yeah, they're maintaining their blocks, which is allowing him to hit those cutbacks. They're not just letting him go free. We're maybe not winning the point of contact, but we're maintaining those blocks right now.
And off again. He's got some the 1st down and much more.
Yep, nice job there on 3rd and 1. The whole stadium knows you're going to run the ball, and the offensive line definitely won that play. He went 10 yards before he was touched.
A gain of about 12 moves the chains. 1st down and 10 coming up for the Mustangs.
Going to go quick after we get that initial 1st down here.
Claremore defense trying to get settled. Hand off again. Ashton going to just do what he does. Lean forward. Going to pick up about 4, I think.
Yeah, and he has a knack to fall forward. He's just a strong kid. He's put a lot of work in the weight room. He's not the biggest kid, but he is stout.
2nd down coming up for the Mustangs.
Ooh, got him to jump. Nice job. It's going to make it 2nd and 1. And you like to take a shot here, I think. 2nd and 1, perhaps do a play action and try to get a big play over the top.
Got Burchett to the far side. Ashton going to cut back up the middle.
Yep, we're going to take what they give us, and we're going to move the chains again. And they got kind of a bougie chain set. It's digital. I don't know if I've seen that at high school, so congrats to them.
1st down and 10 for the Mustangs. We'll see Stovall come in, running back.
Yeah, Ashton's going down. When he got hit there, he rolled, and if someone holds on your ankle and you roll, you're going to tweak it. Hopefully he's okay. He was walking off on his own power, and it kind of went down.
There's an injury timeout on the field. We're going to take
RCB
an injury
Bank
timeout
is
as well. We'll be
community.
back with more right after this.
RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Welcome back to Mustang football. It's 1st down.
Immediate pressure by number 66, Josh Feliciano, big junior defensive lineman.
They just brought the house.
Yeah.
I mean, there were several guys that just got through that line. Stovall, the ball carrier.
2nd and
lose
long
about 2,
now.
yeah. Brad under pressure. That's not how you want to start your passing game. He's going to lose a pretty good chunk of yards. It's like a loss of 8. So now, I mean, man, you were moving the ball.
You're
Yeah,
at
we
the
were.
24-yard line, and now here you are way behind the chains. You're third down 20.
Yeah, this is a big down. If you're in that 4-down territory, if you can get a chunk of it here, you're definitely out of field goal range. Unfortunately, into the wind. We got a couple good kickers, but into the wind, that's a tall test.
This is what we talked about in the pregame about, man, just don't shoot yourself in the foot. Pass complete. Burchett on the left side. Kind of wasn't really a screen pass. It was just kind of a short out. He's going to pick up maybe 3. So a lot of effort for not a lot of yardage.
And again, into the wind, it's a long field goal. So you're probably looking at going for it here on your own 29.
You're kind of caught in the in between. You can't really punt it this close.
Right.
You risk just kicking a touchback, and they'll get it on the 20. So.
All right, Mustangs going to go for it. 4, 3, 2 on the play clock. I bet they're just going to take timeout.
No.
I was a little frustrated with them, too.
That we weren't wanting to take a timeout. There was some discussion in the backfield. I don't know what the confusion was, whether it's quarterback to running back to quarterback, but there was some confusion. They couldn't get on the same page.
Blake, you're right there in front of where Ashton's at.
It looks like we're looking at his left ankle. He's already has tape on it, which that could be a big precautionary. I know a lot of guys already tape their ankles, just as some protection, but he's walking on it. They're moving it around. It looks hopeful from here. It doesn't look like he'll be out as of right now, but we'll see.
All right, Mustangs had to burn a timeout, but I don't hate it. I'm not mad at it. It's really important you want to execute correctly here. Even if you turn the ball over on downs, I mean, you're going to ask them to go a pretty good distance, but you want to know what you're doing. Sam Noble, offensive coordinator, calls the plays. Coach Wagner's defensive coordinator.
I'm going to go empty backfield.
Brad got a man cross the middle. Stampede, touchdown, pitch and catch to Braxton Davis as the Mustangs in a big hole come out with 6 points.
He did a great job there keeping his head upfield. Your guy Braxton Davis found some open space, but he did a tremendous job keeping his head up, stepping up in the pocket. They got pressure around the edge, which they've been getting. He did a great job stepping up in the pocket, but maintaining that line of scrimmage. I was a little worried we were close, but there's no flag on the field, so big time play by the Mustangs.
I got to tell you.
Great hold there by Garrett Salt because that snap came through on the ground.
Blake, go ahead.
And I know he's only got 3, or this is his 3rd game under his belt. That was a veteran play. You said it, Mr. Oak, but I mean, that was a big-time play with a lot of calmness in his head to be able to step up in the pocket, take 3, 4, 5 seconds looking downfield and deliver a strike.
I feel a little bit teary because I was never mind.
No, you just got lucky.
I just got lucky. That happened. I mean, a blind squirrel can find it out every once in a while. So.
But big-time drive by the Mustangs, getting off to a positive start. We're still a young team, and you start talking about wins and playoffs and things like that the last couple of years. It's important to get off to strong starts. Confidence and momentum is such a thing. We talked about it in the pregame 2 years ago here on this field.
Yeah.
That's a big shot in the arm for the Mustangs.
You know what? I mean, I've had the chance to do this for several years. I like this team. I mean, there's not necessarily any big monster receivers on this team, but they are fighters. And when you look at what their career at Oologah, what they fought through, these seniors going through COVID and all that, these guys have got some scrappiness to them tonight, and I think you're going to see that scrappy come out.
Absolutely. You mentioned we don't have no 6'3" wide receivers. We got a lot of guys with heart. We got more speed than we've had throughout the roster. Hopefully that'll be on display tonight.
You saw it on that play, Brad Hoisington's quarterback IQ or just football IQ. Great poise, step into that pocket, make the play. All right, Mustangs have kicked it away. Zebra's actually going to run into their own guy, bring him down at the 30-yard line. That was Trip Jackson on the return for Claremore. So they will take over 1st down and 10.
Big tackle there by Ty Cherry and Landon Roach laying the wood there. Good to see that coverage into the wind. We've been fortunate. We've kicked, I would say, 90% of our kicks into the end zone. But into the wind tonight, you're not going to see that from either team.
Comes the Mustang defense. Some of the guys will play both ways.
Here's another thing is that, we took it down on our first drive and went on a score.
Right.
And converted a 4th down.
That's a big deal. Number 9, we talked about him in the pregame about how big, fast he is. Goodness gracious.
I just don't know if we're going to be able to play single high safety all night when they're going to wiggle around like that. There's just too much room on the field. Missed tackle, and then he's off to the races.
Yeah, we had 2 guys could get hands on him, but just didn't have angles or position enough to knock him out of bounds.
It's difficult. You got to play far enough off to not get beat deep because there's no help, but then you got to rally up and make a tackle, and we just didn't do that there.
And you had the momentum. Your offense did what it wanted to do. Like Blake said, you were able to dig out of a big hole, put points on the board, and one play from scrimmage. The Zebras have tied up the score, at least an opportunity here. Ball down, kick on the way through the uprights, and it's good. So we're tied at 7s.
Yeah, that's Big Gage Deckard. He's their senior speedster. He's a track star, and he's definitely got some elite speed.
Yeah, in my conversation with Coach Wagner, he talked about him, talked about number 1, and just having to keep an eye on him, making sure our secondaries are in the right position. Not a lot of margin for error there just because of his speed. If you don't have the right angle, he's going to make you miss.
Yeah, they were hugged over to the left, which gave him over half the field to work with.
Yeah.
He just missed a tackle, and you see it on Friday nights. We got to do a better job than that. Good news is our offense kind of -2 plays went right down the field. We're going to get the ball right back in their hands.
Ashton Wright trotting a little bit down on the sideline, looking to check his cutting ability. That's what makes him such a special back, not necessarily speed going forward and backward, but his ability to cut left and right and the quickness he does that with. And so that's what he's checking out to make sure that ankle is going to have the juice when he goes to it. So
see what kind of kick they do here.
Zane Hepler in for the Zebras to kick it away.
Same sort of kick.
Mustangs started the last possession with a great return out to about the 31.
Good starting field position for the Mustangs.
Sam Hogue again on the return. Glad to see him on the field. He's got some special tape as well. We had 5 or 6 guys this week that kind of had a light practice week.
Yeah, just dinged up a little bit. Kind of had some bad wheels, if you will. But no excuses on Friday night. You got to be ready to go.
All right, Mustang offense back at it. Stovall is the running back. Mustangs with 4 receivers in the set.
Brad held on to it a little too long.
Just a little bit too long. Number 52 for the Zebras will come in. That's Cameron Braswell.
Had time early. I'm not sure what we were trying to hit. We had the out kind of open early. Back behind the chains again.
Yeah. Loss of about 3 brings up 2nd down and long for the Mustangs. This set's kind of a big set. Got 2 tight ends in. Mustangs had success running the ball early. Want to go back this time. Brad's just going to keep it. Get a lot of that back. Gain of about 8.
Yeah, good job by those guys. You mentioned kind of a bigger setup, double tight look. And that's kind of an RPO. He can choose to give it to Stovall there or pull it. And the D end went with Stovall, so he tucked it and ran, and that was a good decision. And we're 3rd and manageable at 3rd and 4 here.
Plenty of time on the play clock. Stovall going to come up beside Brad. Hand off up the middle. Big gap. Going to get it. 1st down and 10. Still pushing away.
Yeah, good job by that offensive line. You saw Stovall get to that 2nd level, hitting the linebackers. And his brother turning his legs and getting the 1st down. So good job there after initially getting that sack and being 2nd long.
Move the chains, what you want to do. 1st down and 10. Stay on schedule. Getting those 1st downs really important in terms of time of possession. Keeping the ball out of their hands. It's the best defense you got. Hand off to Stovall. Not a lot there. Going to try to cut it back. Wasn't there. Loss of a yard.
You're right. This first couple of drives has been a tale of 2 lines, if you will. The plays that we win, we kind of gash them. And then the plays that their defensive line win, it's kind of stopped up front. So that's going to be a big story tonight. It always is. who's going to win more of those battles.
Coach Wagner loves to run the ball, loves to throw it across the top. We've got to find some confidence, and he knows that in your receivers. You know, Brad's played a lot of football down through the years, but it's just different when it's varsity level. The guys are bigger, faster, stronger that are trying to rip your helmet off.
Yep. Gain of maybe 3 to 4. Going to be 3rd and 8. Be a big momentum here if we could get this again.
I think we just got some word on Ashton. I think he's going to be out the rest of the game.
Stovall.
Nice cut. Oh, lost his footing. We had a cut and just lost his footing and got tripped up.
Going to gain 4, not enough. Going to leave you about 4th down and 3, maybe a long 3.
4th and right at about 5. We're going to initially line up to go for it.
Mustangs do have in their tool bag what they call the ninja kick. Kind of a punt that they can punt it away, but it looks like they're going to go for it. See if they can get somebody to jump off sides. Did it on the first drive. 10 seconds on the play clock.
Nice.
The beauty of that is Claremore has nobody back, so you can pin them inside the 10. Looks like they're going to get it down about the 7-yard line, so they don't know what to do with you. Are you going to be special teams there, or are you going to play offense?
Yeah, that's a good job by the coaching staff, and that's a good job by the players to execute it and get down there and cover it inside the 10, and that's a great job.
Puts them in a kind of a tight spot. Predictably, you would think they would run, and once you're inside the 10-yard line, although they've got some big targets as receivers to throw to. So Mustang defense wants to get back on the field and say, hey, our bad. We're not going to let it happen again.
Yeah, big number 9, they flipped him over here to the short side of the field.
Running back's actually inside the end zone. Big hole for him up the middle. He's a big back, 6'2", 225. Looks like maybe a gain of 3 or 4. It's kind of a weird angle for me. I apologize on my accuracy.
He's a pretty big 225, guys. Now, you don't see a lot of running backs number 88. Only on Friday nights, I think. But good job there.
Micah Teal called his name a lot last year.
It's like 2nd and 6. They're going to get both their speedsters on the short side of the field here, looking for a screen or something over the top.
He's looking for number 9. Yep. Good hit for the Mustangs, but they'll get the first down, knock him out of bounds.
It was good patience by Claremore. We had everything kind of covered up till the last minute. And good to see Big Bryce Byers tracking that down from behind from his defensive line spot. But a good job by the secondary of covering everybody. They just kind of slipped somebody out of the backfield and were able to get a first down.
He was wanting to throw to that big number 9, but he was pretty much double covered by our secondary.
Yeah, a lot better job that time.
So he had to check it down to a different receiver. All right, first down and 10 coming up for the Zebras.
Motion, they're going to jet sweep it back at him. Good job there. I think that's Warren Peart. Nope, Jaden Tanner on the tackle. Good job there. Going to be 2nd and
maybe 8. Looks like maybe a gain of 2.
Yeah.
We apologize. We don't have the technology that ESPN does, where they run the little yellow line across the screen.
Maybe
for
next
you.
year.
Yeah. Give me a highlighter, and we'll just. 3:18 left to play in the first quarter. Mustangs show blitz.
Good coverage there.
Sam was with him step for step. Sam, had his work cut out for him.
That's going to be a big test all night. Big senior receiver, sophomore corner, making his 3rd start, and that was a good job. He found the hip. When you're running, you want to find their hip with your inside hand and turn and find the ball, and he did just that.
I'd also really like to see if we can get a little bit of help from safety or, something.
We continue to prioritize stopping the run, Blake, and living dangerously single high safety.
Yeah.
That just means we only have one safety in the center of the field, a kid you know well, and there's just not a lot of help there, guys. It's going to be one-on-one tonight. Big 3rd down.
Mustangs blitz again, bringing some pressure.
Nice job. Got to get him down.
Yeah, they did.
Big time win there by the defensive line. There's a flag.
Yeah, I mean, that was thrown towards the holding area. I mean, they had Mustang jerseys left and right. Brady Evans, one of the guys in there that created some pressure, allowed some other guys to do some work.
Oh, face mask. That's a killer. We're talking 4th down and 25 to a face mask. And that's just we had him by the jersey and someone coming in late and just grabbing, and don't know who that was on, but that's a big time penalty.
Man, keys to the game, point the gun in a different direction. Just shoot yourself in the foot. Circle that play. Because you just gave him a fresh set of downs.
Yeah, you gave them a fresh set of downs, and that's like he was down at the 8 or 9. You're talking like a 35-yard penalty.
Yeah.
I thought it was 15 yards from the spot, so I don't know where the face mask was. That's a killer. Defense needs to step up here.
He was out of bounds. What?
They're going to give it to him. We sure thought he was out of bounds, but did the toe tap. Going to be right at 1st down.
All right, ball spotted down the 46-yard line. It's on the other side of the field now. 2:40 left in the first quarter. Tied at 7. Mustangs bring some guys up on the line. Big handoff to their running back. Go left.
Be tackled by Ty Cherry. Garrett Salt.
Yep. Ty came in tonight with 13 tackles on the season. As big as that running back is, your linebackers going to have to keep an eye on him. 2nd down and short. 2nd down and 2 coming up for the Zebras. They've got that number 1, number 9 paired up. You'll see that a lot. Far as 4, 3, 2 seconds left on the play clock. They'll snap it.
Oh, he's there. It's just, guys, when they went too high there, our safety flowed over, and there's just no chance there. That's a better offensive play call than the defensive play call, if you will, in that situation. You could see it immediately when they took off the line. We couldn't run with them.
He's fast. Eli Rogers in the end zone for 6. Man, you had him. Simple, just reach in, ends up on a face mask. PAT is up and good, and just like that, that's one of those penalties that just clearly cost you because you gave them life and they put 7 on the board.
Yeah, that's a 7-point penalty there. Again, you just got kids hustling and their quarterback doing a good job keeping the feet alive and keeping the ball alive. But we kind of swipe over and grab his face mask.
Big possession for your offense here. Again, we don't anticipate Ashton Wright coming back, so it's going to be up to your other backs. Jaden Tanner going to have to get some carries. Braden Stovall going to have to carry the rock.
We've talked about it. Our return game has been strong this year against 2 pretty good special teams opponents. Maybe we can break one on one of these kickoffs. We've been close.
Jackson Burchett, Sam Hogue, Davin Shondell back deep for the Mustangs.
They've stayed consistently with that high right kick.
Zane Hepler, their kicker, set to kick it away.
Shorter kick.
Mr. Hogue will take it on the left side. Ran into a little bit of traffic. Going to get out to the 30. The Mustangs will take over 1st down and 10. Claremore played up a class last week as they played Bartlesville, actually beat Bartlesville.
Yeah, I think it was 27-26. Good Friday night game. Good victory for Claremore. Coach Jarrett Hurt.
We'll do our best. I know you can update scores as well on your cell phone, but we'll do our best to kind of update you with some big scores. There's a big game in Tulsa, the Jinx Union. Man, that game has just like a legacy ball game in the Tulsa area. Jinx off to a rough start this year, 0-2 so far. Brad with time, cross left side, Jackson Burchett.
Missed. Not sure who that is in the middle.
Excuse me.
We missed Burchett across the middle. He was open there.
Okay.
It was a nice combination route there by the receivers.
So
that was Ryan Tunison.
Yep. All right, 4 receivers in the set for the Mustangs. Brad under a little bit of pressure. Able to scramble around.
He's got him. He's got him. Oh. Got to throw that inbounds. We had multiple guys deep. I know he's running for his life, guys, but we had a chance to kind of, we've scored. We talked about that, but on the drive over, 2 of our 3 touchdowns have kind of been broken plays like that, and we've done a good job of just keeping our head up and guys moving, and we had a chance there. Big third down. Don't want to go 3 and out. Give it right back to Claremore.
Seems like first quarters seem to be our Achilles heel. Once we kind of get the kinks worked out, get the nerves settled down. This first quarter certainly not gone the way you wanted. Brad under pressure.
Bounced off. Got to get rid of it. Nice.
How about that? He's free, down to the 30, down to the 20. He's breaking away. Stampede, touchdown, Brayton Stovall.
And we just hit on that. We talked about those broken plays. Reminds me of playing in the backyard when you're just running around. And great job just making a play.
What do you call that route, Blake? You know what I'm saying?
Well, we were just talking like, man, we'd love to see him hit a check down, but when he's Superman, he sure is fun to watch. And I guess let's just let him be Superman. I don't know what to say. I mean, how do you coach that?
Woo! Sometimes a little Mustang magic bails you out in the first quarter. Running for his life, barely able to set his feet.
Uh-oh.
Mustang's going to go for 2.
Can't return it.
Can't return it.
They didn't go for 2. It was a bad snap. The one previous was on the ground. That one was up too high. And not sure if Garrett could have put that down. Garrett's a great holder. My son kicks too, and he's a great holder. So that's just a little snap issue.
Trying to make something happen. So the Mustangs, with kind of a good luck situation there, are able to put points on the board. The PAT goes unlucky. We just need to get out of the first quarter. I'm going to start singing that song here.
Yeah.
Like, we seem to have unlucky first quarters, and then when we can get into the rest of the game, we seem to play well. Happened last weekend, last 2. Like, first quarter just kind of bit us.
Yeah, I talked about trying to get those big plays, those over 20 plays. So far we're doing that. They're doing it too, unfortunately, which is why the score is what it is. But with some mistakes that we've made, to be 14-13, down a point, I think Coach Wagner's got to be happy where we are. And we got to stop last drive, guys, but we had a penalty. We got to be able to get off the field right here.
All right, Blake, who'd you have in your Who You Got segment? You know what? My apologies.
It's all right.
All right, sorry about that, Blake. Who did you have in your Who You Got segment?
Brad.
Yeah, and I had Stovall.
Hey,
who'd you have? No, I won't bring it up.
I give him the Madden curse of death, I think. We'll hope and pray that young man's all right.
Here we go.
It's a good kick. The wind's pretty stiff. Got a tackle here, guys.
Hayden Lee on the return, got some speed. It's going to be up to Sam if he can get an angle on him.
Yeah, you don't want your kicker to have to make a lot of tackles.
Not that Sam doesn't mind tackling somebody.
No, he likes hitting, and he does that. He does tackle well. He's pretty high on the team in tackles, but that just means you're kind of getting to that second and third level there. But a good job there, creating an angle, not overcommitting, and unfortunately they got a short field, but at least we're not hearing the Claremore Zebra fight song right now.
You're good. Go ahead.
it's just something that, you really don't want to see. You don't want to get in a shootout. You want to kind of control the football and a lot more of the time than giving them short fields and just getting in a shootout with them.
Jet sweep. Oh, no. Good job there by Ty Cherry.
Man, I tell you what came in handy for them was that number 8 literally should be a tight end, but they run him as the running back. He just got in the way of a couple of our guys, and he's huge.
He's a lead blocker.
Yeah. First and goal coming up, ball about the 6-yard line. Handoff up the middle. A couple of Mustangs will get him down. Number 22, Jaden Tanner, part of that pile.
Good job there.
Looks like maybe a gain of a yard and a half.
Second goal from the 4. You got to think this is probably 4-down territory, but
absolutely,
they're gonna let the time tick off, and we're gonna go to the second quarter.
We're gonna take a quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories and big ideas, and yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Welcome back to the second half. Hello, everybody. Brent Kellogg, second quarter. Before I get ahead of myself, sun's still up. It wouldn't be the second half. All right. Mustangs have had some good luck. The Zebras have had some good luck. They are second down, goal about the 4-yard line. Hand off to number 88. They're going to keep him down again. All right, third down and goal. Big defensive play right here. Big defensive play.
They're going to get under center. You don't see that a lot from them. Right up the middle. He looks stopped, boys.
He looks stopped. How about a wall? How about a defensive wall?
Great job.
How about the left side of that line? Number 55.
Jackson Gill, someone we talked about last week, doing a great job on that defensive line. It's a big call here. One of those momentum calls. Fourth down. Looks like about the 1.5.
They're thinking about it.
I think they'll go for it from the 1. Because if they don't get it, I mean, we're 99 yards. But huge play here for the defense. Interested to see what they do. I wouldn't be surprised to see them roll out, give them a run-pass option.
You've got number 88 in the backfield.
Oh, he walks it in.
He'll go in untouched. But they had to earn it. I mean, if you're going to walk away from anything, you made them earn it because they've typically had big plays tonight. I mean, the points they've put on the board were big chunk plays, receiver breaking free. Your defense put up a heck of a fight. They ultimately got in, but you got something to build on there, I think, as you move forward. This is not a 21-7 ball game right now.
No, we're right in it. Haven't stopped it. Well, we stopped him with the penalty. We got to prove we can stop them first. Yeah. Put some doubt in their mind.
I think, too, it seems like we're in all the right spots. Their line just doing a really good job of getting a hat on a hat and blocking us up. Like, we get off one block, and we've got guys all in the backfield.
That's a big miss. It matches our miss, so it stays a 7-point game there, Blake.
Yeah, and that's something that matters. That'll matter in the fourth quarter. You know, that stuff doesn't show as much right now.
Takes a little bit of that pressure off of you for kind of being off that pace of being down by one.
For sure.
And so, yeah, good job, special teams.
And now the wind is dying. They haven't been kicking it super deep downwind. Anxious to see what they do here into the wind. Because we booted a couple that typically would go in the end zone, and they were down about the 5.
Mustang special teams this year have just been different in a good way. I mean, we got some guys that can kick the ball. We've had some great returns.
Yeah, I would like to see us. We're down about the 10. I'd like to see us about the 15. I don't think the way he's been kicking it, he's going to kick it much past the 15. If we can just break that one tackle that we've had kind of a one-on-one situation, we get past that last guy, we might be striking up the band.
Zane Hepler, their kicker, set to kick it away.
He's going to kick it right to the 15.
Sam Hogue out about the 32.
Engulfed by a host of red jerseys.
Lots of stuff going on in the hallways of Oologah High School these days. Softball played tonight, won. They'll play again tomorrow. They're home next Tuesday and Thursday. And next Tuesday night's alumni night. And have a special guest going to be there. Rogers State head coach, softball head coach Andrea Vaughn is going to be there to do out the first pitch. So she's an alumni. Excited to have her there.
Softball's on a roll. They beat Dewey last night, came back. They were down 7-1, top of the 6th, came back and won 8-7.
Stovall out in motion.
Going to keep, got one guy to, they're going to get Jackson for a hold there. Just kind of reached out and grabbed. Again, we just kind of had negative plays with the penalty flags. We haven't turned it over, but it's been those yellow hankies that have gotten us in trouble, whether it was on defense or offense.
2 big plays that just kind of momentum killers, really, if you think about it. It's going to be interesting to see the penalty yardage when we look at the final stats tonight because, man, so far that's been the difference.
Yeah, so far it's been huge.
Man, spot foul, and he was way behind the line of scrimmage. That literally is like a 15-yard penalty.
Yeah, and just like the face mask on defense was about a 35-yard penalty. Effective, if you will.
Handoff.
There's not a lot there.
The left side really never got him down, just stopped his momentum. Going to pick up a couple. Mustang Athletics, want to thank Armstrong Bank, working right along beside you for more than 100 years. Appreciate their support of Mustang Athletics. Edward Jones Investment, Kent Jensen. Kind of the voice of the Mustang Stadium on Friday nights. Appreciate Kent and his help.
Oh, it's
there.
It
is. Jackson Burchett.
He's gone.
Around the left side, down to the 40, down to the 30. He's the speedster to the 10, 5, stampede. Touchdown, Mustangs.
There's going to be a flag, sideline warning on the Mustangs. I think that's just a warning, Blake. I don't think that's going to take points off. You see it every week on the coaching staff. Sideline, you get one for free. And what that is, the white part of the sidelines, that's the room for the officials. And that's what the officials are telling Coach Wagner right now. Like, you got to stay off, whether it was a player or coach.
He was trying to run down and follow the play. There was just no room.
We get excited, too. But happy for Jack Sr. Great job by that young man. And a good throw. Hit him right in stride.
I got to tell you, I didn't have the over and under on this ball game at 40. I just didn't.
Yeah.
And we're just getting into the second quarter. With 9:41 left to play, the Mustangs have a chance to tie this thing up.
Much better snap.
It's good. I never saw a shootout. But that's what we have on our hands tonight. Man, what a 85-yard pitch and catch.
I don't know. Someone have to text me. Probably, maybe 80, 88, something like that. Because we were about the 30, 32, then we got that probably 10, 12-yard holding.
We talk a lot about eliminating big plays, allowing them. And I mean, the same thing. I think the Mustangs, especially with Brad's ability to be slippery in the pocket, It's football IQ, man. That's twice Brad has found a receiver. We talk about the receiver's confidence needs to be built. They need to catch the ball when it's thrown at them. Tonight you're seeing that.
Yeah, 100%. I'm not sure what the secondary for Claremore was thinking. Both the safety and the corner stopped their feet. They were looking at that out or that underneath route, and with Jackson's speed, it was gone.
He just slipped and was gone. He's going to be hard to catch. Their speedster number 9 might could go step for step, but I don't think they're using him a lot in the secondary.
Yeah.
And
I'd like to see us kick this into the end zone and just make him go 75. Yep.
I think he's going to do just that.
That's deep in the end zone like that.
Sam Hogue kick it in the end zone. Eliminates the risk of a return, so Mustang defense will come out.
That's a huge luxury to have in high school football. You know, you kind of in 6A, I guess you could say you probably have that a lot more often, but especially in 4A football, you don't have a lot of kickers that can kick it in the end zone. And so that's huge, especially when you got speedsters like they got in the back to return it, to be able to just to give it to the ball, you know, on the 20-yard line and let them have it instead of risking a house call.
Yeah, because last time we kicked it into the wind about the 8, and they took it past midfield. So big-time luxury there for the Mustangs.
Special thanks to All Smiles Dental. Quality and affordable dental care right here at home. Appreciate their support of Mustang Athletics.
They're stacking. We need to get over and give Gavin some help here. He's not going to be able to stay with number 1. Yeah.
Kind of a screen out to that big number 9.
Oh, goodness sakes.
I don't see any laundry on the field, but Mustang fans are kind of asking for one, but I just don't think they're going to do it. Okay, let's just play 7-on-7. What do you say? I mean, that's kind of where we're at, Blake. Let's just
Listen, I love some offense. I mean, I love watching it, but golly, I'd like a little bit of defense.
You just see, you know, we talked about having some speed and playmakers. They do too. And when the ball is in open space like that, and even before, they had to like that matchup when you're matched up your 2 of your playmakers on a corner and then a linebacker, Blake. You're asking a lot. You can't miss any tackles or it's going to be a house call.
Their PAT is good with 9:26 left to play till halftime. One play, and the Zebras pop the lead again.
You can't even really get out of position, and that's all that was. It's not even missed tackles. It's just you get out of position with guys that are that fast. You know, they're gone before you. There's no angle that can recover.
Well, that was a great job, too, over there blocking by the other receiver that was in that side of the set, because there were a couple of Mustangs that had the opportunity to get in there and disrupt that play. And to me, that other receiver kind of got in there, got in the way.
Yeah. I know from track season, of the guys that we've played through 3 games, number 9 is the most dynamic, and you're seeing that at open space. He's a trackster. He's a burner. And in that much open space, he's just doing damage.
His name is Gage Deckard. Mustang coaching staff certainly had him circled. Number 4, Eli Rogers circled. Number 4, Walker Dunaway circled. And then, of course, number Big 88, Micah Teal. They use as a running back. Drop him out as a receiver as well. Going to kick it away to the other side this time.
Interesting little move there.
Believe that was Tunnison, Ryan Tunnison.
Tunnison, yes. But we'll take it. It's what, at the 33?
Mm-hmm. So the Mustang offense will come out first down and 10. Now, here's the difference. Yes, you're in this. Your offense has scored points. You've done that kind of off the skin of your teeth. Like broken plays, running for your life. Claremore's been able to do it out of their offense and out of their set. Mustangs really need to just kind of establish some offense. Really ball control. I mean, if Claremore wants to score in one play, okay, we'll control the clock.
Design quarterback run here.
Right up the middle, going to gain about 7, maybe 8.
That's a really good point. You know, we've really got to kind of settle in.
Yeah.
and just start moving the ball down the field and stay on schedule and get a few first downs, string them together, and not have Brad running around making crazy plays or busted plays helping us.
Hand off to Stovall around the right side, fighting for some space. A drive here. Stovall around the right side, gain of a couple.
Good kind of submarine tackle there by Nick Garbani, senior defensive back for Claremore. See Jaden Tanner coming in at running back to spell Stovall. We're going to see some of that deep running back room, Blake.
Jameson in motion. Brad running for his life. Going to pick up 2. Going to leave you about 3rd down and a long 5. Scoreboard will say 3rd down and 6.
Yeah, it's a important 3rd down here. You'd like to keep moving the sticks, keep the ball out of their hands. We haven't been able to keep them out of the end zone yet.
It's great to have a running quarterback, but he can't take that kind of beating and play a 10-game schedule.
Especially not when he's having to play defense as well.
Yeah.
We're going to call timeout.
And you know what? I like that. I think good time, catch your breath, talk about it, timeout on the field. We're going to take one as well. We'll be right back with more right after this.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
3rd down, long 6 coming up for the Mustang offense. 7-11 left to play till halftime. Coming up at halftime, Drew Dixon's going to visit with us in the booth. Our new athletic director. Brad got a little bit of time. Across the middle, Jackson Burchett going to get the first down. Gone around to the right side, down to the 20, to the 10, to the 5. Stampede did it again. Touchdown.
Definitely nothing about the first 2 games would have seen this coming. But a good job there. Ran a kind of a shallow post route, if you will, and just kept moving across the formation. Looked like they were kind of in a zone defense. Found an opening, hit him in stride, and he was off to the races.
Blake, there's no quit in them.
No, there's not.
They know they got to go answer, and they do.
You know, this is the first time I feel like all season that they've been down, and you look around and the sideline's not down. They're just like, okay, we're going to get the ball next time, and we're going to take it down and score. And that's really exciting to see on the sideline.
We are tied at 27 with 7:07 left to play. And one of the things Coach Wagner and I've talked about the last couple of weeks is he really wanted to know how this team would respond with adversity. The Collinsville game last week, the score just is what it was. The game was much better. Even some of the Collinsville coaching staff admitted that this game is not indicative of what the score says. Okay, so there were points last week. Their heads were down a little bit, but he said they came back to practice this week just fired up, ready to go. This leadership, this group of seniors have been through some stuff. And he said, man, we couldn't be happier with just how the leadership of these young men have responded to adversity. And I think you're seeing the fruit of that.
Yeah, you're seeing
in the
some
first
guys.
half, yeah.
They're just kind of throwing body blows to kind of use a boxing term, and nobody's flinched yet. I want to give you a score of note. We played Collinsville last week. They're at home against Skytook, and it's in the second quarter, and Collinsville's up 48-0.
That's a good team we played last week.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things Coach Wagner said, his first thing out of his mouth in the locker room last Friday night. Guys, that's a good team across the field. They have some guys. They've got some D1 kids on their roster, and we gave them a fight. So here, shorter kick, ball's on the ground, got a tackle. Good job there. Getting down about the 25, 26-yard line.
Yeah, Landon Roach with another great special teams tackle by that young man.
So I really do think it's going to boil down to who can eliminate the big plays in this ballgame. That's why each team's got 27 on their scoreboard. Who's going to eliminate the big plays? Who's going to hunker down, shut down the other, big playmakers? And who's going to be able to kind of keep the ball, control the clock, eliminate big plays?
At this point, it might come down to who gets a 2-point conversion at the end of the game.
Who gets the ball last, yeah. 88's a big back. Not a lot there. Gaining maybe a yard.
Good job there by the defense. Be nice to go 3 and out. We had a 3 and out opportunity. I know we've harped on it. There was a face mask. Gave them life, and they scored on the very next play.
Second down coming up for the Zebras. Pass incomplete. That number 9, he's slippery.
Yeah, and that's a little bit of luck. He had some room to roam there if that ball would have hit him in stride. That kind of post pattern has been our nemesis this year through 2 games.
Didn't want to have to, but they've got Brad Hoisington in there in coverage. And Brad has a lot of snaps playing in the secondary.
Big third down here.
Third down, 8 coming up for the Zebras. Mustangs shuffle defense formation just a little bit.
Just missed tackles, guys.
Yeah. 3 guys had a hand on him.
And that guy's just special. He's the best athlete we've played all year.
Yeah.
It's not even close. And I knew it coming in. If you look at his track season, he's a burner.
Big play for them. First down and 10. Move the ball right across midfield, 49-yard line. They're probably going to want to try to go fast. Catch the Mustang defense a little bit on their heels.
Good job there by Max Becker going low and grabbing an ankle.
Leads the team in tackles there. You see why. He was just right place, able to bring down that big back. Gain of 4. Second down and long 6 coming up.
Slowing it down a little. They want to get this play right on 2nd and 6. Gonna run a screen.
Screen play. They're going to drop him for a 3-yard loss. How about that? Tackle right there by Max DeVillibus. Glad to have that young man back in the lineup.
Yeah, good job by Maddox there, seeing it with his eyes and going and hitting the ball.
Maddox acts like he's ready to tackle somebody.
Yeah, that was big time. 3rd and long now.
A couple of guys you got to be aware where they are. Number 1, number 9. Don't see 9 on the field. Man. Knocked him out of bounds. Whew.
Good job there by multiple Mustangs, including Bryce Byers, working his way all the way to the sideline. He's going to force a 4th and long. They're on the plus side of the field. They haven't shown that they're going to punt yet. Coach Hurt looked up at the scoreboard. Looks like they're going to roll the dice.
Man, I'll tell you what, guys.
Nope.
I'm going to give some credit back, though, to the secondary. Nothing was open. The quarterback was looking for something, and our guys had him covered up. I mean, yes, you give credit to the guys that chased him down,
Yeah.
but you got to give credit to the guys that were in back in coverage. So
it helped a lot to have 2 guys in his face, get some pressure immediately there by the defensive line.
Burchett back to return the punt. Number 43 in to punt it away for Claremore.
They're going to take a 5-yarder. Yeah, no harm, no foul. He was booting them guys in warm-ups. Now, it was about every other one, but every other one was a moonshot.
Mason Bendabout is his name.
Kind of off the side. Going to take a Claremore
Take a good
bounce.
Claremore bounce. Stop
Too
down
bad.
about the 20-yard line. So you've got 80 yards to go.
Good stop by the Mustangs.
You said that. You said that 20 minutes ago about our defense needs to get and make a stop. There they've just done it. Even though, I mean, they had the big play. And the Mustang defense stood strong. Tied at 27, 4:47 left to play till halftime. We will show the Stallion Battalion Marching Band. It'll just sound wonky because they march to the home stands. You'll still get to see it. We know aunts, uncles, grandparents, and siblings from all across the fruity plains of Oklahoma tune in to watch band kids march at halftime as well. Brad got some time now being chased.
Picked off. You never want to throw back across your body, but that was a great play by that young man. Number 11, Andrew Hancock.
Davin Shondell, the intended receiver. Number 11 literally just kind of popped out of nowhere, took it out of his hands.
Yeah, I know that, you could argue maybe not the best throw or decision, but I think we got to give testimony to that kid. That was a great defensive play.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a good play.
He had some speed kind of flash in there.
You've seen a difference. We're manning up single high safety. They've been playing a lot of zone, staying back and reading it. And that was just a good job by him.
All right, turnovers are going to be key tonight. You need to win that battle. So right now the Mustangs are -1.
I think you're going to see them get back to trying to run the ball.
Big running back number 88, the ball carrier for the Zebras. Micah Teal. I don't know that I have seen number 9 on the field since that last catch.
Yeah, he was up the sidelines, far sidelines. I didn't see anything. From our vantage point, I don't see him.
Because you have got to pay attention to where he's at.
Okay, I see him now. He's back up by the coaches. I don't know if he was getting a fresh tape of an ankle but he's back up by the coaches.
Wagner going to get that sideline warning?
Yeah. Well, the warning's gone.
The warning, it's gone.
Well, they're really getting on to him. He was just outside of the hash. I mean,
typically behind the play, like they'll let you do that. They'll give you a little more leeway. It's not the way that.
It's a 5 yard. Sometimes it's like the technical foul in basketball. All right. Hand off to the big back Teal.
Tried to make a jump cut. Max Becker grabbed a hold of a leg and got him down.
I think that's just the way you have to tackle him. He is, 6'2", 225, big, strong back, and you just got to wrap up his legs.
3rd and short, guys, less than a yard. Wouldn't be surprised to see them take a shot here, knowing they have 4th down.
3:33 and counting. Hand off big hole.
Missed tackles again.
Garrett Salt going to bring him down for the Mustangs. Fresh set of downs for the Zebras. Ball roughly the 14-yard line, so they can get a first down between there and the end zone. First down and 10 for Claremore. Man in motion.
Sweet.
There's not a lot. Well, if you tackle, there's not a lot there.
Gain of, I don't know, maybe a long 3.
Eli Rogers, ball carrier. Second down and 7 coming up for the Zebras.
Good
tell you.
Job by Jackson Gill, just standing his guy up. There was nowhere for him to go. Jackson Gill having himself another night tonight on that defensive line.
Wasn't he one of the defensive players of the week last week?
Yes, has a red face mask.
And here comes number 9 again.
So they're bringing him back in.
You
got to know where he's at. Yeah.
Fresh ankle tape on, so. Wouldn't be surprised to see them try to run some sort of post or slant with him right now. There's a lot of field there.
Mustang show blitz. A little bit of pressure. Curl.
I think we're going to have to double team number 9, guys. I know we've isolated some players. We've tried some new players, but he is the best athlete we have played all year. It's not close.
Maddox to Villabus in coverage. They'll put 6 on the board. 2:02 left to play. You know how to say, is it Lantau?
I
You don't
think
know?
so.
PAT attempt, ball down, kick is on the way.
It's good.
That's good. So they'll go up by 7. The 2:02 left to play till halftime. Be curious to see what the Mustangs do. We have big playmaking ability. We've scored on it tonight. I would attempt to see the Mustangs try to make something happen.
Yeah, we're going to have to keep matching them. And we kick off in the second half. We received the ball, if you remember. We need to keep matching them, going point for point.
Next week, volleyball has a couple of home matches. Tuesday against Verdigris, Thursday against Skytook, and Thursday we're celebrating American Hero Night, recognizing American heroes like teachers, first responders, law enforcement, firefighters, nurses, folks who currently serve or have served in the armed forces. If you fit that description, we'd love to have you in the gym Thursday night for American Hero Night. Also, shout out 7th grade volleyball team. They won the Verdigris tournament on Wednesday this week. And all the teams that played in that tournament are what we would consider district teams. And,
yeah, they did a great job
yeah,
there.
so the
by
future
Coach
is
Tackett.
bright for Mustang volleyball. Got some great athletes in the pipeline on their way up.
Short kick. Maybe go out of bounds. It does. Going to be a flag.
Mustangs will actually get pretty good field position here. Wagner getting another talking to from the official.
You can say this for him. You're not going to find a lot of guys who are as passionate about the guys he coaches.
Oh, yeah.
Okay, let's see what the Mustang offense can do here. Stovall in the backfield again.
35-yard line. Mustang offense with 4 receivers in the set. Little screen to Jackson. Gonna cut loose. It's fast. Knocked out of bounds at midfield.
Nice job. There's some good blocking there. Saw multiple red jerseys go flying. Kind of a tunnel screen, if you will. Clock's going to start once the ref signals it ready for play.
1:50 left to play in the half. Mustangs in great position here to try to make something happen. Brad may just tuck and run. Gonna throw it away.
It's okay. Live to fight another day. The clock stops. So the
I'm not mad at that play either.
No.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
don't make a mistake. Don't
Yeah.
force something if you don't have to. We've found success.
Gavin Sald gonna come in the lineup for the Mustangs. So you've got Davis on the far side. You got Sam Hogan, Jackson.
Got 2 seconds. Got to go. Oh, false start. There's some late movement there when they motioned him over, and I was just a little over anxious.
Well, and probably can see the play clock. You know.
Yeah.
I mean,
like
he was
the rest
looking
of us.
square at the play clock. All right, 2nd down, 15 coming up for the Mustangs. 1:33 left to play. Screen.
You got to get
Going to
upfield.
come back across. Going to pick up about 4 of those yards. So most of the penalty has been eliminated. Still 3rd down and long. 3rd down 11 coming up for the Mustangs.
At midfield, though, got plenty of time.
Yeah, and if you do anything, you want to eat the clock. You certainly don't want to give them the opportunity to. 3 receivers to the far side.
A lot of green over here, guys.
He's going to get it. First down, out of bounds at the 35-yard line. 1st and 10 for the Mustangs.
Good job. We ran kind of 2 verticals over here, cleared out the sidelines, was able to have a lot of room for Brad to run.
Man, kudos to the offensive line there. They just locked up those big bodies of the Zebras and, man, created space. Just gave Brad the time he needed to see the field. 1st down and 10. Man in motion. Brad got time again across the middle. Jackson Burchett.
It's going to be a 1st down. It's going to stop the clock.
Got plenty of time. 44 seconds left to play. Clock will stop.
Had a lot of success with Jax in the middle of the field tonight.
Four receivers in the set. High snap. Brad round the left side. Davin Shondell.
Good job. They're going to say timeout, Mustangs.
I didn't see where they spotted it, and I can't. They've dropped the chain, so I don't know.
It's going to be about 3 yards short. That's our final timeout of the half, so that's something to be mindful of. We're going to have to work the sidelines or be quick. Now, if we get a 1st down, obviously that stops the clock, and you're in a position where you can spike the ball and down it to stop the clock. It's never a bad play to keep more time on the clock.
Your 2nd down and short. Man, just enjoy the sounds of Friday night.
Absolutely.
There's nothing like it. Here are cheerleaders down there cheering on the Mustangs.
Two receivers at the top of the formation here.
Mustangs with kind of a big line formation.
Immediate pressure.
For his life.
Oh. Yep, not much chance. That play was broken from the start. Only good news is clock stops. Number 44, Joshua Bump, senior defensive lineman's helmet came off. He's going to have to come off for a play for the Zebras. Going to be 3rd and 2. Big play here.
Secure the 1st down. I mean, granted, you're in 4-down territory, but get the 1st down.
24 seconds.
Yep. You don't have to put it in.
We can kick a field goal, guys.
Sure. Yeah, we've got great.
We don't do it a lot historically in the last year and a half, but
Brad being flushed. May just go.
Dives for it. It's going to be all about the spot, guys.
Yep, 1st down and 10. He flagged him on.
Bring it. Nice job. Some good blocking
there.
That's
a big 1st down right there.
Wade Peters clearing some people out.
It's a big 1st down for the Mustangs. Man, what if the way this game is gone, you go in tied up at halftime?
What's been a pretty wacky Friday night
with
game.
68 points on the board, too. Brad going to roll out to his right.
Oh, just threw it up for grabs.
-2 on the turnovers. Just threw into a lot of coverage right there.
Going to be 10 seconds left on the clock. You never know with those guys. The big play we both had. I mean, they're gonna air it out, I would suspect.
They've taken advantage of one turnover with a very small, short field, and everything else they've put on the board was in situations just like this, where it's been a screen play and to 4 or 9, and they just break free. So, man, if I'm Mustang defense, I want to make sure you got plenty of guys in the backfield to make angles.
They're in victory formation here. They're just going to kneel it, I think.
That'll do it.
Yep.
Man, you had your opportunities. Got to go into the locker room, get some calories. Got to kind of refresh. You got a lot of guys playing both ways. I'm not mad at it. Mustangs are very much in this thing. We're going to take a timeout, come back with the Mustang halftime show right after this.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and
Hey,
your
let's go to
family.
the sideline real quick. Blake, you got Coach right there. Let's go.
Locally owned by a name
Yeah,
you
Coach,
know and
we're just
backed
getting
by
in
an
a shootout.
agency
I mean,
with more
we've got
than
a lot of
30
positives and a
years
lot
of
of stuff, you know,
experience.
big plays,
If
we
you
know
own
we
it,
gotta eliminate,
we
but
can
what's something
insure it
else we're telling
for
the
all
guys
your
to do?
commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs. Give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
So we have outside leverage.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable
right,
car
Coach,
on
we'll
a
see you
busy
there.
day, a faithful
All right,
dog,
thanks to
and
Coach and
reliable
Blake for
insurance.
halftime.
They're there
We'll
when
take
you
a time out. We'll be back with more right after this.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a water faucet with clean water, a reliable car. A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. A water faucet with clean water, a reliable A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
At Raising
All right, Mustang family, I'm here with Coach Branscombe. He is our new boys basketball coach this year. We're excited to have him. Why don't you tell everyone a little bit about yourself?
My name's Coach Caleb Branscombe. I've grown up in Skytube my whole life. Married to a teacher there, 5th grade teacher. We have 3 children together, a 6-year-old boy, 4-year-old girl, and a 1-year-old boy. This is my 9th year teaching, coaching. I'm excited to be here.
Yeah, we're excited to have you. And I know you're teaching at the middle school, so I don't see you as much. I see you come in for 7th hour.
Yes.
What are you doing over there for Mrs. Dixon?
Teaching 7th grade health. It's the first time teaching that subject, but so far I'm really enjoying it.
That's awesome. That's awesome. And as far as like first impressions, I know you came in kind of late, but you have some kids that are in off-season 7th hour. I know that's very restricted at what they can do. It's more just shooting and they can go up and down without a whole lot of coaching going on. But just some first impressions of being here at Oologah.
I'm super impressed with the school and all the people that I'm getting to work with so far, and the basketball boys. The kids have an off season are really pushing themselves to get better, and I think it's going to be a really good year.
That's awesome. So last question. People come out, once it gets cooler and it's basketball season, we love to come inside and cheer on the Mustangs. What are we going to see from Coach Branscombe, Coach team?
I think we'll play fast. We'll play together. We'll have teamwork's a huge thing for us. We're working on improving that every day. We're going to play hard and together and hopefully continue to improve throughout the whole year.
Awesome. Well, it's Coach Branscombe, and this is Meet the Teach. We'll be right back with second half action after this.
Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son. Owen, when you came into my life, it was a whirlwind.
I just can't do it.
We didn't know what the future would hold, but we knew you would always be a part of it. Adopting you was the best decision in our life. And I am so proud to call you my son.
There is a road
First night here, but Amy seems cool.
Leading down to the river. I am blind, but I need not see.
What do you think?
I know this road is there for me. If I'm really free, take me down to the river and walk.
If you need to do something to feel okay to drive, you're not okay to drive. Don't drive buzzed.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Welcome back to Mustang Halftime Show. Hello, everybody. Brent Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue. Blake Salt's on the sideline. You can see down on the camera, Claremore's marching band is performing. Our marching band will fire up here in just a second. They've got a busy season ahead of them, starting about September 30th. All of their kind of fun starts with the Stallion Battalion Invitational, and then they'll do competition.
Not the up and down. I got tickled. The yard guy, who's the downs guy, is the correct term, and he's about to die. He's going from 90-90, and I was talking to the guys next time. I said, "Can y'all not help this guy? Like, please help him.
They're moving.
He's about to pass out." So no, but it's Friday night, man. High school football don't get any better than that.
Well, this is just a shoot. I mean, Jackson Burchett's playing like a man with his hair on fire with 161 yards, 2 touchdowns on 5 catches.
Yes, been that. We've played well. I mean, as far as that goes,
Yeah.
they have the one receiver. I mean, there's always points you can look at. We should have done this, done that, but. We fight, and that's what I like about our group.
Well, first of all, I mean, folks may know this, may not know this. Your wife has been a part of our admin team for years. Like, she's our longest tenured principal in the system. Miss Kelly Dixon, she's principal at our middle school. But we were able to sweet talk, beg wine. I don't know what did somebody have blackmail information on you to get you, because you've been a long-time administrator. Sepulpa was your last road stop, and
it was just, it was time to come home, they kind of say.
Yeah.
I had a great job at Sepulpa, enjoyed it, worked with some guys that'll be friends for my life, And our kids were all out. It kind of makes it a little easier as an admin sometimes. You don't get into any situations where – and, we have a lot of pride in Oologah. And Kelly, we're very proud. So that finished up about 6 o'clock, and then we got football tonight, and then we got volleyball and softball tomorrow. But we love going and playing, and that's what you want to do.
And you're not, athletic director is your title, but you're really activities director.
Correct.
Because even band, choir, all of those activities really kind of fall under your leadership and purview, if you will.
Yeah, we're excited. John Matthews is /activity athletic assistant.
Right.
And so, it just puts us all on the same page. He's probably a little more involved in athletics than he had been before, which he's not, spend a lot of time there, but I think it's neat that we combine all those, and we all become one.
I call him coach. Just to
he gave me a water while ago. He saved my lunch down there. So.
All right, let's talk a little bit about, because it's kind of your job to oversee the coaches, oversee the programs, just your vision that you've kind of brought to our coaching staff and those folks that are responsible for all of that.
So when I came in, had my meeting and talked to the staff, it's all in. When I interviewed for the job and talked to them, it's just, that's what we want. We'll have different years. Things are up and down as far as kids that you have, at a public school. We're not recruiting kids in there. It's what we have is what we have, and we want to level up. So that's kind of the theme that I kind of go with. We're all in. We would give everything we can.
Mr. Drew Dixon, we're going to take a very short timeout. When we come back, the Stallion Battalion Marching Band will be on the field, and we'll join them for that. We'll be back with more right after this.
When it comes to making plans, you are the best. What about those barbecues you plan in detail for your family? Or your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Sign up for local weather and emergency alerts. Prepare an emergency kit and make a family communications plan. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. Those 9 months were also 273 days of planning. What about your daughter's first costume party? It was out of this world. Plan you can make. When it comes to making plans, you are the best. The same way you plan each detail for those moments, start planning to protect you and your loved ones from a natural disaster. Protecting your family is the best plan you can make.
Last week, Brandon met a girl on a dating app. One day after work, he finally found the courage to ask her out. No answer. He started to panic. Was he being too pushy? Maybe it was too...
Hey, sorry I didn't respond. I was driving. I would love to go on a date. How does tonight sound?
Brandon tried to play it cool, but inside he knew. A girl so smart, so responsible. She must be a keeper.
Welcome back to the Mustang Halftime Show. Hello, everybody. Britt Kellogg along with Kevin Hogue, Blake Salt on the sideline. And so having some internet issues, apologize about the buffering there. Part of that is there's just a lot of cell phones in here that are pulling on that cell signal. And I'm not necessarily sure that the cell service on this part of Claremore is the best, but we're doing our best to get it out. And so really glad that you're with us. Great to visit with Drew Dixon, our new athletic director at halftime. Good to have him. And so my deepest apologies. I know there's people that tune in at halftime just to kind of watch our marching band. And I just messed up. And I got to tell you, it's the purple shirts. And so my apologies to John and Dave and all the Mustang families and grandparents that tune in at halftime just to watch that. Got our stat report from Johnny Deramo, who is the statistician for the Mustang Network as well as the football team. And got to tell you, as we walk through some of these stats, the Mustangs had an impressive first half. Again, Blake, it was just that idea of don't shoot yourself in the foot and a couple of turnovers. So the Mustangs are -2 in the turnover battle, and that kind of shows up on the scoreboard. You had an opportunity right there at the end of the first half to tie this thing up. Mustangs throw a pick. Claremore will take a kneel. But I think, honestly, on this stat page, what stands out the most for me is Jackson Burchett is playing like a man with his hair on fire. 5 catches, 161 yards, 2 touchdowns. Brad Hoisington, Blake called him Superman. Those are halftime stats there, which honestly may even total his whole season stats up to this point. He's 9 of 15 for passing, but 271 passing yards, 4 touchdowns. The downfall of that is 2 interceptions.
The 2 interceptions were big. He is averaging 30 yards of completion, which is right at what Jax is. You know, he's over 30 yards. He's looking at 32.5 yards per completion. Definitely had big play. I kind of hit on that in the pregame. I didn't expect it to be quite as big as that. But we've been able that passing game has caught fire with some big plays. Maybe would like to see it. Some of the shorter passing game, we went back to that last drive. We went some screens, some quicker passing, and we're moving the ball until we did, in fact, turn it over.
So if you've been late to the game and just tuning in early on, like in our first possession, our starting running back has just played with his hair on fire through the first 2 games, actually went out with an injury, and don't anticipate him being back tonight. At that point, he had 5 carries, 28 yards. So Stovall has kind of done the other heavy lifting. He has 8 carries, 15 yards. Hoisington just kind of tuck and run. He's got 7 carries with 27 yards. Receiving, Braxton Davis, 2 catches, 33 yards and a touchdown. And Braden Stovall has a catch for 70 yards and a touchdown. And so Mustangs actually kind of own the offensive side of things. They have more total yards offense. They have 8 first downs. Claremore has 6. Mustangs have more rushing yards than Claremore does. So it really has been kind of a game of big plays, if you will. So, I don't know, just kind of talking through some of those stats as we are approaching the second half.
Yeah, you had 674 yards of offense and a half, and on a Friday night, that's pretty good. Penalties were a big thing, and we got it under control better in the second quarter, but 4 big penalties for 35 yards. That extended one of their drives and gave them a first down, which ultimately led to 7 points. But
every time I talk to Coach Wagner's like, we got to play good in the first half. I mean, the first quarter. That first quarter just kind of keeps getting it, and it did the same here. We had a couple of things get away from us. 2 big penalties in that first quarter that really just, again, kind of shot yourself in the foot.
Yeah, and I think both coaches will be happy with the rushing totals in regards to their defense. Oologah's rushed it 20 times for 70 yards. That's 3.5 yards an attempt. They're averaging 3 yards an attempt, 15 carries for 44 yards. Both coaches would be happy with that, and you would not expect the fireworks that we've had today.
All right, got some scores there in front of us across the northeast Oklahoma area. Anything exciting to talk about?
No, we hit on the Collinsville game. It's 55-0 at half. That's a crazy score. Collinsville showing they're for real this year. In 4A, number 1 Heritage Hall is tied with number 7 Clinton, 28-28. That's going to be a big game when you look back at the playoffs. Some games that coming up for us. Cleveland is at Manford, and they're trailing 16-21. Some other games of notice. Verdigris is losing 8-19 at Catoosa. Catoosa is one of our foes coming up kind of in that midway point of district play. Miami and Inola, which is 3A at Miami, down 3-9. So kind of a game of field goals there, and Podo, a traditional 4A powerhouse, is winning 14-0 over Metro Christian.
So let's talk about the next couple of weeks. We played week 0, and so at some point you get a break.
Correct.
And I think the coaching staff likes that. I like that. And so next week is that break. It's basically a bye week. So, and honestly, Kevin, it couldn't come at a better time finding out what we will find out tomorrow about Ashton Wright.
For sure, yeah. He was limping pretty seriously there to the half. He's going to need some time off. We're going to need to get him healthy if we have aspirations of doing anything. He's definitely one of our big playmakers. So we'll hope and pray he's going to be okay. But I think for everyone, you've had that initial shock to your body. You played those 3 games. It's been really hot. It's pretty nice out there right now, but it's been really hot these first 3-4 weeks of the season. It's going to be good for everyone to just kind of recoup, rest their body. They practice really hard. They'll practice hard next week, but it won't culminate with a game on Friday night.
And then we start district play. Not that the first 3 games don't matter. They do. They just don't impact what your postseason play, if you will, looks like in terms of playoffs, district standings. And so we're off next week. The following weekend, we would be on the road at Cleveland and then back home for a big game with Wagner.
Yeah, those would be 2 good games to start the season, traveling, across Skytook Lake over to Cleveland, playing on a real grass field. It's a fun atmosphere. We've had some success there over the past, and then you're going to have Wagner coming to town. They've been that big foe of ours for about a decade now.
All right, about a minute till second half kickoff. Going to take one more time out. We'll be back with more right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent in Oologah, where character creates connection.
At Raising Cane's, we're huge football fans, but we're also fans of your local fundraisers and fun runs, small victories, and big ideas. And yes, even the neighborhood animal shelter. I was getting to that. Plus over 30,000 other partners in the communities we serve. When you order our hand-battered chicken fingers, craveable cane sauce, and jugs of freshly made tea and lemonade to cheer on your home team, you're also supporting your hometown. Raising Cane's Chicken Fingers, one love.
Here at Oologah High School, we have a rich tradition of things we're proud of, both inside and outside of the classroom.
Like our presidential scholar, 2018 grad Jamie Morara.
And our 15 Oklahoma academic All-Staters.
Our 32 team state championships.
And our 151 All-State athletes.
And our 116 individual state champions.
And our 32 American FFA degree recipients.
And our 112 state FFA degree recipients.
Welcome back to Claremore High School. Lantow Field, the Mustang.
Good. Coach Wagner's fired up. These guys are fired up. They're kind of, I don't want to say, they're just serious. They're locked in. They know they've got a job to do. They know they've got a little bit, of a struggle ahead. They're kicking the ball off, and they're going to have to start on defense, and they're already down 7. And obviously, historically in the game, they've scored on it just about every time they touch the football. So it's important for us to have a really good defensive stand, contain this return. That'll be really big. And have a really good defensive stand to come out of the half.
Have you seen Ashton? I haven't seen him on the sideline. Have you seen him?
I did.
Okay.
He came back out. He's got his pads off. He's just in shorts and a shirt, and he's got some ice on his ankle. So I think we'll see him. We won't see him the rest of this game, but the important thing is hopefully we'll have him back for districts in a couple weeks.
Yeah, and you're right. He's got a week off to rest, like we just talked about just a minute ago, and so crucial to get him. And man, really would love for the Mustangs to get out of here tonight without any more injuries to deal with. So we kick it off, set to go for the second half.
Ball's going to bounce.
Get out. Boy, still on his feet. Going to get out about the 35-yard line. So pretty good field position.
Just couldn't get him down.
The Tulsa Symphony Orchestra is partnering with the Oologah High School Band and donating a portion of single ticket sales for the opening night. That is tomorrow night at 6 o'clock. Use the code Oologah when purchasing tickets. Band's working to be a part of the AutoZone Liberty Bowl this college football season. And so, man, a special thanks to Tulsa Symphony Orchestra. It's going to be quite the show, so make sure if you go online and buy your tickets, make sure you put the code Oologah in and help our kiddos when it comes college football bowl season. Hand off to big number 88. Mustangs will bring him down on the far side. I think Hoisington got a hand on him to bring him down. Somebody finished it for him.
Yeah, I think Becker got an ankle and Hoisington finished him off or some combination of that. So Max continuing to be all over the place and make plays.
Led the team in tackles coming in tonight. I would anticipate that trend to continue. Second down and 6 coming up for the Zebras.
He's behind us. Oh, they stopped. They got miscommunication. They had that. He was behind us.
We'll take that. It's going to bring up a third down. Pass intended for their big number 9. He's been deadly most of the evening.
Big third down for us. We stopped them last possession they had the offense. Kicked off to them. If we could get another stop here.
Big thanks to
start
Neely
building some momentum.
Insurance and Financial Services for their support of Mustang Athletics. Couldn't do it without all of our community partners to help make this stuff happen. Big third down. They've got 2 over here on 9. They're going to go the other direction. Man, that big running back, number 88, they'll bring him down. Not until he picks up the first down and about another 12 yards.
Good play design there, slipping him out of the backfield.
Yeah, and so the safety was over, on this side. And so it was like, you guys on that side, you're good. First down and 10, ball spotted down about the 37-yard line.
Good job there. Warren Pierce met him in the backfield, almost took the handoff. Good penetration.
Gonna lose a couple of yards on that.
Yeah, nice job there.
It's like a loss of 3. So, second down 13 coming up for the Zebras.
And we need that. They're on the plus 40. They're probably in 4-down territory if they have any shot at it all. We're bringing
Mustangs
heavy
bring the
pressure.
heat. Boy, he's. How about that? Number 12 on the far side, Maddox DeVillibus, had him wrapped up.
And that's the first time that when we've got pressure to the quarterback, we've actually like put pads on pads and put him in the ground. And as a quarterback, that stuff matters. You start taking hits like that, especially when you can't see it, it gets in your head.
Third down and 11 coming up for the Zebras. Big third down for the Mustangs. Big third down for the Mustangs. They show blitz again. Oh, they got him to jump.
Not going to be a first down, but definitely goes from 3rd and over 10 to right at about 3rd and 5.5.
So did we make contact?
Yep. We crossed the line and then just icing on top, went ahead and hit him.
Yep.
Well, if you're going to go across,
let them know you're there. About 3rd down and 7 coming up. Across the middle, incomplete pass.
There.
Yep. Intended for number 44. He's made some big plays tonight. That's Joshua Bump. So 4th down. Looks like they're going to leave their offense on the field.
Yeah, they definitely don't have the field goal kicker to kick it from here. They're going to go for it. Big 4th down here early in the game, early in the half, setting the tone.
All right, Brad Hoisington out this side in coverage. Mustangs bring lots of pressure.
He's open.
Pitch and catch, number 9. We've called his name way too many times tonight. Gage Deckard. You had him, 4th and 6. And just couldn't get the pressure to the quarterback. They were almost there, but just couldn't get it. So now we've been playing answer football. Now the Mustangs are down 2 scores. It's up, and it's good.
Yeah, we changed it up there. We've been giving number 9 a lot of space. We were kind of up in bump coverage, and he just ran right by us, unfortunately. Not sure if that was by design as far as changing that up.
And they had been putting Brad on him, so I don't know if that was a defensive change.
No, that whole drive, they were rotating. Brad was on number 1, and Maddox DeVillibus was on number 9. And
all right, Mustang offense needs to answer.
See if we can get a return here. Be nice to put a jolt into the arms of everyone here if we just turn it up.
Mustang Athletics like to thank some of our great sponsors like Midtown Auto and Carrie Ballard with Homes Realty and Subway. Eat fresh right here off Highway 169 in Oologah. Appreciate them for their support of Mustang Athletics. FFA got a big week of stuff coming up next couple of weeks. Rogers County Fair is here. We got lots of kids competing in different things. 8th and 9th grade have some competitions coming up. We'll talk more about that in just a second. Hepler set to kick it away for the Zebras. All right, take it at the 9. Looking for a seam, knock him down about the 29-yard line. Hoag's done most of the return work tonight.
Yeah, they keep kicking it to that side, and they're doing a good job. They're bringing 5 off that edge and kind of the swinging gate from this far side, and I feel like we have a chance to gap it. We just haven't.
Big possession for the Mustangs. We made a living on big plays tonight, but honestly, I think if Coach Wagner had his, not to put words in his mouth, I think they'd like to just drive the ball. 3-4 yards of carry. Likes to pound the rock, run the ball. High snap.
Good job of getting it. Might just run it. Oof. Fortunate there.
Gunner Home got a hand on it. Just kind of a pass trying to make something happen out of nothing. It's worked for him one time tonight. It actually put 6 points on the board, but our last possession of the second half, it turned into an interception that could have been a touchdown for the Mustangs. So 2nd down and 10 coming up. Pass incomplete on the left side, intended for.
That was Tunison, but really good coverage there by number 1, Eli Rogers. You're seeing it like a tale of two styles here. They're kind of playing back in a zone, and, man, they are firing downhill. Obviously, we've gashed it some, but he came firing downhill there.
Big 3rd down for your Mustangs. Got 3 receivers to this side of the formation. Now they're going to just move Stovall up as a receiver, so it's an empty backfield. High snap. Brad just going to tuck it and run. Going to get the 1st down.
Oh, we're going to be a hold here on the edge. Trying to block downfield and just grabbed a handful of jersey.
I think Burchett or Tunison?
Tunison. The jerseys are rolled up, but Burchett's in the middle of the field. So,
yeah, okay. Spot foul.
Yeah, basically going to be a replay.
Yeah, because it's going to go back to basically where the original line of scrimmage was.
Maybe another half a yard.
Not sure what's on with the snap. Just seems like they've been a little bit high. It's kind of maybe cost Brand a little bit of his timing or rhythm.
Yep, high again. Chunking it. Oh, going to be picked off. He was there initially, just kind of underthrown.
Yeah. Well, more than likely, if that's incomplete, you're getting ready to punt.
Yeah, if there's any bonus, it was 25 yards downfield maybe. Defense needs to step up, make a play. See if we can get a turnover here or 3 and out.
Yeah, you're -2 in the turnovers. It really is the difference in the 2 possessions on the, or the 2 scores on the scoreboard. I'll get it out. Words are hard.
Yeah, run.
Man, he's just big.
Good job there by Ty Cherry. Hustling down the field. He got those knees churning. Hard to bring him down.
Kind of feel like that's the senior in high school out playing against the 6th grade football team.
Like he's
just
man.
big. I mean, 5 guys had their hands on him.
They're
going
to go right back to it.
Yeah. I mean,
we've been doing a good job on the run up to that play tonight.
in the second quarter, they really, for the most part, had shut him down. The Zebras had scored on a couple of big plays. Ball down on the way. That's good. So now you're down by 3 scores. Boy, you blinked twice. 8:34 left to play in the third quarter.
Need
Just
something
in the
on
hole.
special teams at this point, guys. Need to get the juice going. I would like to see us maybe coach it up to try to come wide. I know you traditionally want to hit north and south, so to speak, this east and west field, but the way they're kind of running a swinging gate, they're kicking it up the side, and everyone's crashing that side, Blake. I kind of like to see us maybe set up a right return. I don't know about you.
Yeah, or even you could get something like some type of reverse or something. I mean, at this point, they're already kicking it a little bit short, so by the time you get a reverse, you're not going to be in terrible field position, and you get it to a guy, just a change of misdirection, like what you're saying, with someone going the opposite way where they're crashing.
Yeah, might catch them off guard.
All right. Hepler's set to kick it away again. Called his name a lot tonight.
Yep, same kick. He's super consistent. Come on.
Get out to about the 31, 32-yard line, so repeat. Here we go.
Good field position.
All right, guys. There's no 20-point plays. There's no 21-point plays, but there's this one. You know what I'm saying? So short memory.
Yep.
Don't get yourself in any. Who knows? Maybe you can steal a turnover and put 7 on the board kind of quickly. It's important possession right here. Just do what you know how to do.
Yeah, you want to keep playing your game. You just keep. If you can score here, still apply some pressure.
Ashton Wright was hurt literally on the first possession of the game. Brad's going to keep it.
Not sure. If like a good design run. We're going to keep 3 wide receivers out, 2 to the near side. Jack's all alone up top.
High snap again. Handoff up the middle.
Good job.
Gonna get 9. It's gonna bring up 3rd down and 1.
Yeah, they're gonna mark him. I thought he fell forward enough, but they're gonna mark him just a half a yard shy. Good job there churning his feet.
You know, the 1s, the 2s, and the 3s all have to practice hard, play hard, because you never know when your number's going to be called. You're 1 sprained ankle away from being the guy for 4 quarters.
It's going to get us a 1st down and a fresh set approaching midfield.
Bringing the fans to life a little bit on this side because it's kind of been a frustrating start to a second half. You'd like to go put 7 on the board.
Extra whistles, I'm not sure.
I think it was the play clock. Yeah,
Tell
one
them to
play.
reset it.
Yeah, one play clock was. Yeah.
Raising the roof.
Time you see him wave his hands above his head and then motion up like raise
He's
the roof.
not, yeah,
he's not raising the roof. He's raising the.
He's
the
not
play
get
clock.
your hands in the air like you just don't care.
Jumped, but they didn't jump across the line. Mustang Faithful doesn't like that, but they stayed back.
Handoff up the middle. Big gap. Gain of about 8. Good, solid running for Mr. Stovall.
Yeah, good job there. Jesse Cagle, senior linebacker for Claremore, just held on with one hand, was able to bring him down, or he might still be running, guys.
2nd down and 1. Mustangs really had a successful second quarter passing the ball. Zebras show blitz. Kind of causes Brad to check out of that and look to the sideline. Looks like they might change the play or at least change the alignment. Going to move Salt to the far side. Stovall around the left side. Going to get the 1st down and about 8 more.
Yeah, great job there. Number 3, Michael Robertson, junior defensive back, came sliding in with the tackle, or he might still be running. We're close to breaking one here, guys.
Next week is bye week. Mustangs get the important Friday night off, kind of get some key players healed up. Those linebackers for the Zebras kind of keep stunting a blitz. Stovall around the left side. Good hard run, gain of 3.
Finding some room on the edge, not necessarily right up the middle of that big defensive line for the Zebras, on the edge. Having some success on this drive.
2nd down, 7 coming up. Mustangs feel very composed. Having some success.
And that's important because just because you're down by 21 doesn't necessarily mean this one's out of reach.
That's
We've
it.
seen how high-powered the offense has been.
Back across.
Brad, I think, intended for Tunison. Nope, Braxton Davis. Not much there. A little bit of a hazardous throw into coverage. County fairs this next week. FFA students will be showing livestock, indoor exhibits, skeet shooting, tractor driving.
Yeah, we had Bryce Byers, our big tackle, won an award last year for tractor driving.
Hand off up the left side. Going to pick up about 3, so that's going to leave you 4th down. I'm going to say about 4. Maybe a long 4.
Bigger package here.
5. Yep. Just think the Mustangs are going to go for it.
At the edge, definitely, we have some field goal kickers that can kick that. But 4th and 4, guys.
Big package, big down for the Mustangs. Hand off around the left side. Hits a wall. Going to get a couple, but not enough. Yeah.
Number 8, Hayden Lee, holding on. Stovall took a big hit to the back there.
So you're saying he's going to fill that tomorrow?
He's going to fill that one. That was a big-time Friday night hit.
Mustangs will turn over on down. Zebras will take over. 1st down and 10. Our national agri-science interviews are being held virtually all week long. We have 8 kids competing in that, and then our 8th and 9th graders compete in what's called open and closing ceremonies.
They were practicing that this week when I was down hanging out in the ag, really.
So those competitions will be in a couple of weeks. Pass intended across the middle, number 1, Eli Rogers.
Better coverage there. We were a little more physical on the top there. Didn't just let him have a free release, and I like that. Some whistles.
He's got a cramp in his leg, yeah. So that'll have to.
He's trying to stretch it out himself, poor kid. Nothing worse. Just going to give you an update on the Wagner game. My phone is refreshing. Total's going to be big time in 4A, guys. They're winning 35-0 at half over Noble. They're ranked currently 3rd in the state. Kind of shocked by that Catoosa score, 19-8 over Verdigris at the half.
Wow.
Cushing trailing 14-7 at the half over Perkins Tryon. Wagner 27, Tahlequah 13 at Tahlequah.
Bigsby on the road tonight. Sand Springs, the last update score I got from them at half, it was 41-0 Bigsby. They are a machine. And if you remember, 2014 was when they separated 6A into 6A1, 6A2. Primarily just for football. They all still compete when it comes to other sports. There's not been a program benefit more from that than Bigsby.
Oh, 100%. And now they've moved up. But, yeah, you're right. They got their start in 6A2.
Yeah. So that following year, they won their first state championship, and they clicked off 8 out of 9. And if you talk to a Spartan, they'll say, no, it's 9 out of 9. Like, they will tell you that they got robbed by Booker T. Washington. They have won 5 state championships in a row. That last state championship last year against Owasso in 6A1. But they built their program with the success out of that 6A2 time that they had in that handoff up the right side. Number 44, the Mustangs, called his name a lot tonight. Max Becker knocked him out of bounds. 88, like when you see him one-on-one with a Mustang, you kind of hold your breath. He's just so big.
Yeah, he's just different than what we got for sure. Obviously, with Ashton, we have a little different dynamic, speed, quick, making the cuts. But they do a good job of getting him the ball there in space.
All right, big 3rd down. 3rd down 4 coming up for the Mustang defense. They're going to move that running Mustang. They got us on a snap count. Probably been setting you up on that all night long.
Yep.
1st down for the Zebras.
Another update. Collinsville 61, Skytook 7, 3rd quarter.
Big thanks to Mid-America Feeds, highest quality livestock feed and service right in Talala, Oklahoma. USA. Appreciate their support of Mustang Athletics. Over the top. Mr. Hogue will bring him down and save 6, and he's hard to bring down. Sam's showing he might be in a little bit of pain over there.
Yeah, he's been nursing an injury all week. He hobbled on that last tackle attempt on number 88 and was running with him. That was just a good ball, a pretty good coverage.
You can't defend a perfect ball.
No.
I mean, he got a hand in there and everything, and honestly, it's about the first time we've tackled him tonight.
Yeah, I mean, seriously.
Just pretty good speed there to run with him, just a better ball. The offense was better.
Sam's going to walk it off under his own power. Appreciate the trainer for Claremore being over there on the spot to tend to him.
Yeah, and she was great. She was over here with Ashton as well. Appreciate that.
First down and 10. Ball at the 21-yard line for the Zebras. This feels like a make-or-break possession. Mustangs kind of show a corner blitz. Quarterback's going to roll out.
Another one of their big weapons. He's a big tight end, number 44. Joshua Bump, senior tight end, 6'4", 225.
Man, first down and 10. First down and goal. Correction there from the 9-yard line. 3:50 and counting left to play in the third quarter.
Bump came up a little wounded on there. He's kind of hobbling off.
Quarterback's just going to try to keep it. Not a lot there. Going to be brought down.
Good job.
Gill.
Yeah, Gill's
Man,
doing a
he
good
has
job.
had a game tonight.
Anchoring that defensive line in the center.
He has had a game. Second down and goal coming up. And actually, I think they're going to lose a couple yards. Hand off to Big 88 around the right side. Just moves a pile. Picks up about 7.
Third and goal from the 2, looks like.
What do you bet they hand it to number 88?
Pretty strong chance here based on their lineup.
Yep. Half the distance?
Yep. About a yard. Shortest penalty of the night.
I'm going to be interested to look at the penalty difference. It's going to be Mustangs a bunch, and the Zebras not very many. Not making accusations. I'm just saying we've shot ourselves in the foot several times tonight. One of them was one that kept this drive alive.
We're going to call a timeout.
We're going to take a real quick timeout. We'll be back with more right after this.
Mustang family, don't miss a minute of live Mustang action or info about events or happenings at Oologah High School. Subscribe to our YouTube channel and follow our high school Facebook page today.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
Well, third down and goal from about the 1.5-yard line. Zebras are going to go in tight, actually move number 88 out of the backfield into a tight end position. Number 25 will walk in untouched. it's been a unlucky second half. It's been an unlucky night losing your starting running back in your first possession of the game.
You're driving to tie it.
I'm telling you. Oh, how the tides have turned. Armstrong Bank working right along beside you. More than 100 years. Special appreciation to them. Stallion Battalion's got some stuff coming up. Matter of fact, their halftime show medal, even when you hear it, you recognize some of the songs out of it. Their drum majors this year, Preston Stovall, Ariana Williams. And, man, they have just got a busy October. Like, their schedules start, their competition schedule starts September 30th. We host the Stallion Battalion Invitational, and then it's just almost something every week.
The Stallion Battalion Invitational is crazy. It's all day, and we don't compete in that. We march while they're tabulating scores. But we march in exhibition because we hire the judges. So kind of a weird twist there. But
they have 5 competitions between the first, September 30th and October 17th. And it's busy. All right. Mustang offense. Good to see Mr. Hogue back out there after the stinger.
Not sure what happened there. Again, I would like to see us design something to come to the wide side of the field. They've done a really good job. We've gotten some pretty consistent returns, but would like to see us kind of get more open space.
25-yard line. First down and 10 coming up for the Mustangs.
Tight bunch formation on the near side here.
Mustangs have actually had some pretty good success running the ball. They're going to run it again around the right side.
Ball's on the ground. Didn't really get a good block on the edge. The corner was able to sneak through and strip it, and defense going to be out there immediately again.
This is the point where they don't have instant replay to go and review it and see if he was down. They're just going to call it that way.
It looked like the ball was out, unfortunately. They did a good job of kind of sliding down his body and grabbing hold of the ball, and the ball just flipped out.
You got some tired Mustangs on the sidelines. I mean,
yeah, and we hit on it, and it's not an excuse, but they have 1,250 kids in their high school. We have 520.
Well, their roster is significantly larger than ours, and Coach Wagner knew they were going to do that. They knew they were going to throw a lot of bodies at you. They've got a couple of guys that will play both ways, but not nearly the count that we have, and certainly at this point in the ball game, Claremore's not running guys out both ways.
No, and they got a new running back in there, number 20, Levante Heck. Probably the last of number 88 we're going to see. He's going to be a big part of their season. This is the first time they had a great win last week against Bartlesville, 6-18. Good win against us. I think we're a good football team. Anxious to see what they do the rest of the year. Coach Hurt's got to be feeling good about what they got going on over here in Claremore.
They play in a tough district. There's some good football in this parts of the woods, if you will. Second down, 7 coming up for the Zebras.
Good job there. Kind of went a wheel route. He was open initially, and they almost too close, kind of ran out of space. When we're talking about Deckard, number 9, last year at state in 5A, there's some dudes in 5A. He was second in the 100 and 200 meters in the state track meet. He can fly.
He's got some speed.
We've seen it. I don't know what his end of the night numbers are going to be.
Mustangs are starting to get frustrated with each other now. One of our guys jumped and takes them now. They were 3rd and 7. Now it takes them about 3rd and 2. In the backfield.
Multiple penalties coming at the same time. Anxious to see Something egregious. They both saw it.
Brady Evans gets him down. Waiting on the call from the official. I'm going to say face mask on us. Nope. Yeah, personal foul.
Yeah.
First down. Ball, I believe, is spotted at the 10, so it'll be first and goal. Heck, a slippery little back, and he'll march his way into the end zone as the Zebras just pile on.
Been a long second half for the Mustangs.
I feel like we've played 2 games this half.
First game was just a track meet. We've been unable to get on the scoreboard here in the second half, and really that's been it. We just haven't been able to keep pace offensively.
Well, we knew coming in tonight they were a good team because you don't beat a Bartlesville team just by luck. And Coach Wagner and his coaching staff knew they had some challenges. They really thought 9 was going to give him fits, and he has.
Yeah, he definitely has.
And the running back has been.
Yeah, the running back definitely got it going in the second half. They're bigger and deeper on that line, and they've just kind of worn us down. And you've seen us in an effort to try to combat that. We've jumped off sides multiple times.
Well, we've given them several gifts tonight, so I don't anticipate any thank you cards coming our way, but Mustangs have. We've had some timely penalties, like just happened there with a face mask. You had them 3rd and long, and you bail them out. Gonna have to clean that up because in 2 weeks the games really start to matter. Move into district play. I feel like the Mustangs feel like their chances really to make some noise in district, not just make playoffs, but talking to Coach Wagner, he's like, listen, I'd rather face Wagner than Collinsville. Collinsville, a pretty good team we faced last week.
Yeah, and the weapons here in Claremore have been, as good or better than advertised, honestly. Off a hop, a little different return here. Oh.
A couple of Mustangs seem like they're slow to get down, slow to get up. I believe that's Mr. Hogue again. Done a lot of the return duty tonight because they've kicked it to him. I'm going to tell you something. That young man has played his heart out tonight.
Yeah, he's been in a boot all week. A lot of people may not know that, but he's been in a boot all week. That left ankle. I hope he's
that's
just
not
cramping.
what they're working on right now, yeah.
He got hit low. Don't want to speculate, but sure hope it's a cramp.
Yeah. It looks like, it looks like that's what they're trying to stretch out. Tell you what, with an injury timeout on the field, we'll take one as well. We'll be right back with more Mustang football right after this.
RCB Bank is community. RCB Bank is friendly customer service. RCB Bank is trusted. RCB Bank is here to help. RCB Bank is yesterday, today, and tomorrow. RCB Bank is everywhere you need us to be. We are RCB Bank. Open an account online today to see why our customers always say, RCB Bank, that's my bank.
.52 seconds left to play in the third.
It's been an extremely long third quarter, guys.
62-27. That score is not indicative of what the first half looked like.
High snap. Landon Roach on the carry. Landon runs hard. So
yeah, he does. Gonna have to get that snapped in.
Yeah, the snaps have been high, and that disrupts the timing there, Blake. That's a design give. Now you're a half step off. Instead of him taking it with a head of steam downhill, he's got to kind of stutter step.
Kind of has to wait for it, yeah.
Yeah, the snap really plays a big role, not just the fact that the ball is getting back to the quarterback, but just the timing of it, like you said. Pretty much all the plays you practice, you get in a rhythm and a timing, and everything's supposed to happen a certain way, and when that's thrown off even a half second, it can cause a lot of issues.
It is the end of the third quarter. We're going to take a really brief timeout. We'll be back with more Mustang football right after this.
Let Advanced Homes build your next dream home. At Advanced Homes, we embrace your individual style and work hard to design a home that's perfect for you and your family. Our team has an expert ability to take your individual ideas and build the blueprints that will become your dream home, built just for you. We don't just build houses, we help you build the home you've always dreamed of. From the simple to the lavish, we've done it all, and we can help you every step of the way. Visit our website, advancedhbi.com, or call us today, 918-855-6597. Advanced Homes, building your dreams.
Welcome back to Claremore, Oklahoma, as we start the fourth quarter. Honestly, the first half's going to be really fun to go back and rewatch. The second half, it's not going to be the same. Mustang, second down, behind the chains. Pass on the right side.
Good check down there to the tight end. There's a late flag. Not sure what this is. Against the defense.
Yeah.
Late hit, maybe? I think they're going to say hit out of bounds. Yep, they're going to march off 15.
That'll give the Mustangs a fresh set of downs and move the ball to the other side of the field. So first down and 10 coming up from the 41-yard line. Special thanks to Texoma Tractor, big sponsor of Mustang Athletics. Appreciate their support. And off around the right side. Good hard running. Going to pick up about 3.
Landon Roach again.
Seems to be the back of at least this quarter so far, and really kind of finished up the work in the second half of the third quarter. Stovall stepped in for the injured Ashton Wright. And off the right side. Got some space. Believe he's going to get enough for the first down.
Yes, sir. Offensive line still battling, doing a good job. Landon able to weave through there and find some holes.
Mustangs are off next Friday night.
I don't know what to do with myself. I bet I have some softball or some volleyball there too.
Yeah, it is go time.
Maybe something at the fair.
Brad going to keep it. Not much there. We met pretty quick.
Yeah, he pulled that. They jumped on Landon pretty hard. So he pulled that, and fortunately they had multiple guys getting in the backfield there.
Davin Shondell will come into the lineup for the Mustangs. Mustangs had a very successful passing first half. Really, from about the middle part of the first quarter to the second quarter, they could just do no wrong in the passing game. It's not been the story here. We've kind of gone more back to the run game. That's going to bring up third down and 10.
Big play. Like to see us get a first down, keep marching, keep positive, keep building towards district season.
All right, you've got Tunison, Davis, and Lustig are your receivers. Brad running for his life.
Out of bounds. Just ran out of real estate. He was under quite a bit of duress there. What do we do here? Go for it. We're going to kick a field goal. I'd like to see us kick a field goal and build some confidence in that. We haven't had a field goal.
Never know when you're going to need 3
points. We haven't had a field goal in over, 13 games now.
Yeah.
14 games.
You never know when you're going to need a last-minute field goal to put yourself on top.
Offensive line looking for the play call. I'm not sure if they're got 7 seconds.
3, 2, got it off. Brad with some time, cross the middle, pass complete.
Nice throw. It should be just past the sticks
They're
there.
Say move the sticks. Pass complete to number 4, Braxton Davis.
Good job there by Brad, climbing the pocket. What that means is kind of sliding up, creating space, creating time. They had pressure initially on the edge, but the middle of the line held. He stepped up, made a good throw.
Big package for the Mustangs. Handoff around the right side. He's going to keep fighting his way out of bounds. Not much there, maybe a yard or 2.
Good job by the cheerleaders tonight. Cheerleaders done a great job this year. Did a good job at morning pep this morning.
Did you get your picture taken on Monday?
Tuesday?
Tuesday was. Oh, that's right. We were at school on Monday.
Monday was Labor Day. Yeah. Tuesday was picture day at the high school. I did get my picture taken. Take a picture every year for the panel.
Not a lot there around the left side. When is makeup day? Do you know that yet?
I do not know makeup day for picture day. I apologize.
I'm talking. It's not really pertinent to a Friday night broadcast.
It's down the way a little bit. The panels are pretty cool. The panels are all the graduates over the years. They're hanging in the foyer. Every summer have, I don't know, 6 to 10 different families come in and ask if they can look at the panel, find themselves, find a grandparent, find a kid or something. It's pretty cool.
Stovall around the left side, got some room down to the 5-yard line, maybe the 4. I believe that'll be enough for a Mustang. First down and 10. Would be nice to punch this in.
Yes, it would.
Stovall the back. Brad going to pass left.
Touchdown, Ryan
Stampede, touchdown. Add to the point totals for the evening. We're at 95.
I'm going to bet we crest 100.
We're at 95 with 8:12 left to go. PAT is up, and it is good. Mr. Burchett doing the PAT kicking. So 62-34. The Zebras have had a dominant second half. The Mustangs have certainly given them plenty of gifts. Chalkline Insurance Agency, give Coach Brown a call, your local insurance agent, right here in Oologah. Burns Propane, providing propane to the greater Oologah area for over 20 years. Also, Will Rogers Animal Hospital, located off Highway 169. Appreciate their support of Mustang Athletics. Softball is home Tuesday and Thursday. Next Tuesday night is alumni night. And special guest Rogers State head coach Andrea Vaughn will be there to throw out the first pitch. Should be a fun evening, and softball is in full swing.
Yep, play tomorrow. Play Wagner. Junior high starts at 11. Varsity to immediately follow, something probably 12:30 to 1.
Relatively a young roster.
Yeah, we play a lot of young kids. I think we have 4 or 5 seniors.
New head coach.
Yeah, seem to be hitting our stride a little bit here. Beat a good Dewey team last night. Handily won tonight. So I guess today at 3. Went over and looked at some stats. Get number 9, Gage Deckard for the Claremore Zebras, has 7 receptions for 259 yards and 4 touchdowns.
Hurts my heart, Kevin.
Yeah, me too. That's going to hit the ground. Had a chance.
Maybe an attempt to catch him not expecting something.
It worked. It hit the ground. That's all you can ask for. They did a good job of covering it. They practiced too.
Big appreciation to our broadcasting crew, Jason Streeter and his camera guys, relatively new to the team. Our camera guys we'd had for 4 years.
Yep.
I guess retired. Is that what you do? Yes. There was no passing of the baton ceremony. Like, they just set them out, you know? So, appreciate these guys and jumping in the Suburban and coming on a Friday night.
I think we got a new quarterback, Trip Jackson. Placing Braxton Etheridge, senior Braxton Etheridge.
Claremore, like us, has got their district schedule ahead of them, and so they want to come out tonight healthy. Sometimes you got to protect those key players. Hand off, not much there.
Met by Brady Evans.
Actually, looks like maybe a loss of a yard. RCB Bank, proud sponsor Mustang Football. RBC Bank, it's my bank. Advanced Homes, visit advancedhbi.com, helping you build your dreams. They've got an incredible subdivision project that they're working on. Going to be showing you some new pictures in the coming weeks. Give Brian a call.
They're big supporters of Mustang Athletics.
And their kids have gone.
Yeah,
So,
they've all graduated
yeah.
in the last 6-7 years since I've been there. Great family.
Big third down. Third down and 8 coming up for this Mustang defense.
One of our district opponents, Cushing, currently trailing in the 4th at home against Perkins Tryon, 21-7.
Wow.
Yep.
Perkins always seems to have some athletes, whether it's basketball or baseball. They always seem to have.
Bringing some pressure. Oh, he's deep.
We'll let him out.
They've done a good job. They've stacked receivers multiple times, and asking Gavin to track someone down 40 yards is probably not what he does best. He's a great linebacker, loves to hit, one of our leading tacklers. That's a tough spot for him to be in.
Walker Dunaway, the receiver. He was one they certainly had circled. Knew that he could be an issue, and certainly was there. Kind of feels like that play's kind of been the story of the night.
Yeah, they definitely had some big play wide receivers. Yep. We knew that coming in.
You kind of have a good first, second down, maybe a third down, and then, man, they can just bust one deep. They have got some receivers that can come down with it.
Good tackle there by Jaden Tanner.
We knew going into the season, our guys are fast. They're slippery. Got pretty good hands, as you've seen tonight, but they're just not going to out-tall you. We don't have those 6'4" receivers.
Yeah, and they got a good senior quarterback. I mean, he's throwing the ball well. And there's been a couple times we've been all over him. I mean, that was not bad coverage by Gavin at all.
He did what you're supposed to do. I mean, you can't defend a great pass. All right, second down, 10 coming up. Hand off around the left side.
Tripped up, not sure. Gavin did a good job there. We talked a lot last year. He set the edge, made the running back cut up the middle where our help was. Gavin's not going to get credit for the tackle there, but he's going to get credit in the locker room and in the film room when they watch that.
Gain of a yard, third down and 9 coming up. .14 on the play clock, so Claremore has plenty of times. They're just kind of taking their time here. And the receivers are fast.
Oh, offensive pass interference.
Come on, ref.
He literally grabbed him and threw him down.
Okay.
Or we pick it off.
That's the story of the night. Okay.
Ooh. We literally picked that ball off if he doesn't grab us and throw us down.
Yeah.
That was good coverage. And the guy's right there. I don't understand it.
All right.
Fourth down.
I'm going to get our instant replay fixed. So I would love to be able to go back and look at that.
Oh, I mean.
No, I don't. No, I don't want to go look at that.
Just about pulled his jersey off.
Yeah.
And he catches that. He's got a chance. I mean, he's got speed. He's got a chance to take it somewhere.
Good job. Good coverage.
Oh, my goodness.
Oh, my Lord. I think Oologah fans are going to lose their stuff. I'm not sure I'm with them. I'm not so sure I'm not. Are you kidding me?
going to do the grandma roll. You know the grandma roll?
If you ain't got nothing to say.
If you ain't got nothing nice to say, you just take a deep breath. Because that, obviously, that's a little bit away from us. That looked like pretty great coverage.
I mean,
especially when you transpose it against the previous play where they literally grabbed us by the jersey and threw him down. Or we pick it off. That's not amazing.
Mom, we're really sorry right now. Oh, man.
That's unfortunate. Kids are still playing hard and in position to make plays, and it's taken away from them.
.430 left to play.
Second about a long 4, maybe?
Yeah, the Kellogg kid down there.
Cheerleaders in the band, just like the football team, hasn't quit tonight. They ran a lot to the empty side on this. Let's see if they run to the top. Yep, they're going to run to the top. Big hit there.
Sam Hogue with the tackle.
That's been predictable. They've been clearing that side out. And
3rd down and 4 coming up. .334 and counting. Mustangs are off next Friday night. Getting ready for district play. We'll go on the road to Cleveland. Across the pond. Not the big pond, like just Skagit Lake.
Good job there by the Mustang D.
Tell you what, Brady Evans has had a great game tonight, and Max Becker has had a great game tonight. Those guys have just added to.
Jackson Gill had a good.
Oh my goodness, yeah.
Called his name a lot.
.244 and counting. This is
go for
4th down.
4th and 4. They're going to stack 2 receivers at the top.
Mustang show blitz.
Nice job.
Get it. Yeah. They're going to turn over on downs.
Good job by the Mustang defense. Surviving a penalty, and honestly, we would have had an interception if it weren't for the offensive interference that wasn't called. Good job by those guys to continue to fight. See if the Mustangs can go down and score one more time, strike up the band. Been fun tonight. We've had a good broadcast. I know we've had a few little difficulties here and there, but I've had a good time. Enjoy talking about our kids. We're going to come out 3 wide.
Handoff.
Not a lot there.
I will say this. The run game for the Mustangs has been pretty solid. Even tonight without Ashton.
Yeah.
The Mustangs have had success.
We ran it pretty well. Tackle there was by an 87. Landon King, defensive lineman for Claremore.
11 penalties for 87 yards to their 28 yards. Come on. Jackson in space. He's got some speed. Knocked down, 35-yard line.
That looked awkward when he went down. He's going to hop up. A cramp, I hope.
Just give me a minute. Tackett's no, you got to get back out there. A little bit of a cramp. 1st down and 10. Got to move the chains. I'll tell you what, those guys might be sore tomorrow, especially if you think into consideration of the first half and how much the chain guys had to move up and down the field and how many big plays there were.
Yeah. Maybe some cramping tonight.
Yeah.
sure what the hold up we had getting Jax off the field. He stayed down. He's good to go, walking off on his own power. Good to see.
Hand off around the left side. Gain of about a yard. 136 and counting. $96 points scored tonight.
We're going to have to do some work if we're going to hit the 100. That helps. That stops the clock momentarily.
Doval pick up a Mustang first down. Should stop the clock, but it's still running. Assuming
there's not anything there.
Huh.
48
flag
seconds.
on the far side.
The corner and our wide receiver there have been getting a little pushy. I don't know if they looked like there was a little extracurricular there maybe.
Yeah. Question is chemistry grade or something. I'm not sure it's on them. So that's going to move the ball 15 yards. Going to put you in a situation.
Hold on, we haven't moved it yet.
First down.
Personal foul.
All right, first down and 10. Ball at the 12-yard line. Man in motion. Brad to the corner. He's down. Stampede touchdown, Ryan Tunnison.
2 on the night for Ryan.
And gentlemen, we broke the 100 mark.
We did it.
This feels like an old Big 12 shootout between OU and Texas Tech.
That's a nice call there. It is.
Ball down, kick on the way. It's good.
Well, if anything, you like the fight the Mustangs have had. Obviously, the score's not going to come out the way we want, but put up a lot of points. That's positive. We're still playing hard. Just have some mistakes. Tonight it was penalties. We got to clean up.
And so you got some time to do it. You got a couple of weeks. Not saying life gets easier because there's still some tough teams that we play in district play, and one of them's coming quickly. In 3 weeks, Wagner's coming to town. You feel like this team should be able to go to Cleveland, play competitively, should be able to pull a win, even you back up at 2-2. But that's why you play the game. Anything can happen.
Absolutely. Wagner's going to be a good football team. The combination that they had tonight was maybe even a little bit more dynamic than Collinsville. 88's a little bit faster than number 10, and obviously number 9 is the best athlete we've played.
You can't take Ashton Wright out of your game. You know what I'm saying? Because he's a huge difference maker for us. He's
100%.
250 yards a game. No, he's not averaging.
I mean, he's almost averaging 200 a game.
Yeah.
He's one of our senior leaders.
And he's good for a couple of touchdowns a game too. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, he's just dynamic. Maybe if the offensive line doesn't get it blocked up perfect, he can still take it to the house.
39.
Should just be a couple of knees here.
Yep. Unfortunately, we've had some technical issues, so I don't think we'll get to talk to Coach at the end of the game. I'll be honest with you, he probably don't want to talk to us either. So. Nate Osborne, Asher Streeter, Jason Streeter are our broadcast technicians. Appreciate those guys.
They're not going to have to snap it again.
Johnny Daramo is our statistician. Kevin and I are just kind of the eye candy. But you'll notice this year they haven't put us on camera any, so I don't know. I don't know if they. I'm gonna need you to talk to them about that.
We'll work on that for the Cleveland game.
That and the instant replay.
Appreciate everyone joining us. Make sure you hit that subscribe button to the YouTube channel. Anytime we go live, you'll get a notification. I always try to post the links, but just in case we don't, you'll get a live notification to click on.
Kevin, final thoughts.
Final thoughts was just kind of lost track there. Not enough defensive stops, whether it was, missed tackles. Obviously, we had a hard time tackling number 9. He had 7 receptions for 260 yards and 4 programs.
Okay. You go winning one of those, you got tons of momentum going into district, but you've also taken 2 losses. As a coaching staff, you got to coach those losses out of their heads, keep them positive, keep them up, and I feel like maybe our guys have grown up a little bit. I feel like they've learned some from mistakes. These were some big mistakes. I mean, Brad had a couple interceptions, had a couple of passes that, hopefully that clicks, and he doesn't do that when you're playing Wagner or playing Cushing.
Yeah, we had a fumble. I mean, didn't play a perfect game, obviously. Look at the scoreboard. But just a tremendous – I'm going to take away the positives. Making plays when it didn't seem like we had one there. Adding some depth to that running back room. With Ashton going down, perhaps will pay dividends. Ryan Tunison catching a couple of touchdown passes. Doing a better job in the second half of tackling and just being in better position. I mean, you're not going to face, number 9's a 10-8 guy in the 100-meter. And we were step for step with him a lot. So
I don't want to take anything away from the last couple of year teams. I really don't. But I'm still really fired up about this team. I really like their chances of, just making some noise in district. So, anyway, for Kevin Hogue, I'm Brent Kellogg. Ladies and gentlemen, thanks for joining us tonight. We won't see you next Friday because it's a bye week, but we will see you in 2 weeks. This has been Mustang Football.
A water faucet with clean water, a reliable car on a busy day, a faithful dog, and reliable insurance. They're there when you need them. Coach Jason Brown and Chalkline Insurance is your local insurance agent. After 20 years in coaching, Jason is using that work ethic to take care of you and your family. Chalkline Insurance is locally owned by a name you know and backed by an agency with more than 30 years of experience. If you own it, we can insure it. For all your commercial, home, rental, auto, and recreational insurance needs, give Coach Brown a call at 918-789-3848. Chalkline Insurance, your local insurance agent.